Welcome to Fantasy Audiobook, everyone. Life Hunter. I hunt gods for the human race. Chapter 61. When the unfortunate escapes from the underworld and comes to the real world, their strength will be sealed and they will be unable to continue to upgrade. The horned dragon has been stuck at level 15, ranking 8th among the 12 in terms of combat power, but the difficulty of killing it is second only to the Bloody Hand, the leader of the 12. This is the guild's assessment of the horned dragon disaster. It has both fire and wood attributes. It can breathe out blazing fire and turn everything around it into ashes. Additionally, its skin is filled with impenetrable scales, making it virtually invulnerable to normal weapons. The most frightening thing is that the horned dragon has a strong wood recovery ability. Even if it is seriously injured, it can recover quickly in a short time. In addition, it also has fog sensing, which can analyze the battle situation and adopt the most effective strategy. The flashing red moon indicates that the life of the horned dragon is in danger. So where is the horned dragon? Shu Yan heard a sound of breathing. He followed the sound and saw that there was a high platform 100 meters in front of Gong Qing. On the high platform was a huge and ferocious humanoid creature. It looks like a human, but its head is like a dinosaur. Its body is more than 10 meters tall. Its skin covered with scales shines with blood-red luster. The nails on its palms are as sharp as knives, enough to tear through hard armor. The horned dragon is in trouble. This appearance is almost the same as described in The Disaster in Quanchang. The countdown of Blood Gift Talisman is still counting down in the void of storage. Remaining time of validity: 0 hours 15 minutes and 35 seconds. 10 times the experience will expire in 15 minutes, but the use of this rune cannot be done hastily. The rune can only be used once, and if you decide to stick it on the horned dragon, you must make sure to defeat it within 1 minute, otherwise you will not be able to obtain this precious 10 times experience. At this moment, the horned dragon was standing in the center of the high platform, with his big mouth sucking in air. His breathing sounded like thunder, vibrating back and forth in the empty cave. Each breath can create a hurricane of fire. It's about 600 to 700 meters away, and I can still feel the breath. If I didn't imitate the basic attributes of Wanli Chengtu, but stood here as an ordinary person, let alone stand under this breath. It's unstable, and it may not even be able to withstand the high temperature here. No matter how you look at it, the horned dragon disaster doesn't look like his life is in danger at all. Shu Yan continued to move forward carefully. Warning: 100 meters ahead, you will step into the insect fungus field of the buried earth plague king. Warning: 100 meters ahead, you will bear the Luoshui effect of Luoshui Wangji. Warning: 100 meters ahead, you will suffer from the flame breath of the horned dragon to cause hallucinations. Turning on the fire flag can be immune to the flame breath effect, and absolute will is automatically immune to the hallucination effect. Shu Yan suddenly stopped and his head suddenly became clear. I finally know why the horned dragon is in a life-threatening state. The insect field is a chronic virus injury, and the Luahua water is also a chronic injury. Especially, Luahua flowing water. After all, it is a native soul skill awakened in Quanchang, and Shu Yan has a deeper understanding of it. The appearance of Luahua flowing water means some kind of vision, and there is deathly silence wherever it goes. This kind of deathly silence is not a frightening instantaneous destruction, but a kind of silent murder, just like the passage of time, making life die unconsciously. Therefore, it looks like the Chulong disaster is breathing normally, but in reality he is sleeping with his eyes open. To be more precise, under the double chronic damage from the insect field and Luahua flowing water, it is a proper sleep kill. Of course, the situation of buried earth plague king and Luoshui Wangji is not very good. After all, the level 15 Chulong disaster is not a fuel-efficient lamp. The huge fire breath of the horned dragon disaster stopped less than 30 centimeters away from the heads of the buried earth plague king and the Luoshui King Ji. The young man in green robe was in a very bad condition, and cold sweat appeared on his forehead. As long as his body moved even a little bit, his life would be completely sealed today. Gong Qing's expression wasn't very good either. Under the threat of flame breath, both of them were in a freeze state. Shu Yan's absolute will ensures that he can analyze everything in front of him with a clear mind. To be precise, there is a balance between the three of them. Buried Earth Plague King, Luoshui Wangji and Chu Long Jie. All three are very dangerous, and no one can defeat the other for a while. They have done everything they can, and the rest is up to God. See who can survive until the end. To put it bluntly, even an ordinary person would be a great threat to them now. Shu Yan blinked. Does this count as giving yourself an advantage? He is immune to the fire breath of the horned dragon and the hallucinations of the horned dragon. However, the damage focus of the insect bacteria domain in Luahua flowing water is directed towards the horned dragon. The method is very simple. He could walk over in a swaggering manner and stick the blood gift talisman on the body of the horned dragon disaster in an open and fair manner. Then, the sword rises and falls, and the experience is gained. But there is a problem with this. The current horned dragon disaster has suffered a lot of chronic damage from the Buried Earth Plague King and Luoshui Wangji. If the horned dragon disaster is killed by himself in this state, the experience will be the same as that of the Buried Earth Plague King. Share it with Luoshui Wangji, and it is very likely that they will be the ones who share the majority of the experience. The most important thing is that when the blood gift talisman's effect of 10 times the experience is activated, it can only be killed by the user alone, and no other real body's power can participate. So, a gentleman does not take advantage of others' danger. Remaining time of validity of blood gift talisman, 0 hours 9 minutes and 15 seconds. The effective time for 10 times the experience is less than 10 minutes. Dry. Anger. Heaven kills. Lead. The 10,000 miles Chong slaughter fire element burst out with rage against the flag, causing the body to be burned, and the self-created combat method, Tian Zan Yin, was instantly activated. A silent line of fire quickly crossed the battlefield, hooking towards the horned dragon hunter as fast as lightning. The horned dragon was in deep sleep at this time and had no chance to react. Call out. With the sound of breaking wind, under the gazes of the green insect-robed boy and Gong Qing, the horned dragon was fished out by a powerful line of fire. It's really like fishing. What's the situation? At that time, the flames suddenly disappeared. The insect-robed boy stopped freezing. His pupils suddenly shrank, turning into amber. His pupils stood up with a look of disbelief. Did someone cut off your beard? We've been intercepted. Chase. Gong Qing glanced at the insect-robed boy coldly. Watch your words, it's not us, it's me. I was the one who came first. She then waved Luahua water to surround the insect-robed boy who was trying to pursue him, making it impossible for him to move forward. The insect-robed boy glared angrily, full of confusion. Miss Gong, what are you doing? Gong Qing looked at him coldly and said, What do you think I am doing? The insect-robed boy said angrily, It was a misunderstanding just now. I will explain it later. Now the horned dragon has been robbed. We have to chase him quickly. Seeing that Gong Qing didn't express his position, the insect-robed boy sighed in defeat. Well, I just saw that you were in danger, so I took action. I'm really not the one who robbed you. Our two families have a close relationship. If you are in danger, I, Kai Sha, cannot stand by and watch. The horned dragon disaster is really secretive, and we will definitely not be able to take it down if we don't join forces. Can you accept this explanation? Gong Qing snorted coldly. You take yourself too seriously. I know you are dissatisfied, but now is not the time to argue about this issue. At this point, Kai Sha suddenly said harshly, the problem now is someone wants to cut off who and rob us of our achievements. Gong Qing didn't seem to care at all, so. We all know that keeping the horned dragon in a state of death requires not only the field of insect bacteria and Luahua water, but you also invested 2 valuable props for this purpose, and I also invested in feeding insects worth over 10 million. Kai Sha was so anxious that the insect scar tattoo on his face trembled. Now someone is picking peaches halfway. Can you bear this? Hurry up and chase. Chasing. What's there to chase? Gong Qing sneered. The horned dragon was lured away and escaped from our territory. Now it is bathed in the red moon and its combat power has returned to its peak. How can it be so easy to win? Quote. Kai Sha heard the words and raised his head, but when he saw that the red moon on the dome was not shining, it was extremely bright red, his face couldn't help but froze. The horned dragon has indeed returned to its peak combat power. Gong Qing glanced at Kai Sha coldly and added, without my Luahua Liushui to restrain him first, if you rely on you alone to chase the horned dragon at the peak of its combat power, you will die. Gong Qing was right, it was difficult for Kai Sha to refute. The Chulong disaster is very different from the disaster in Ninghu district. It seems to have intelligence and is very difficult to deal with. Having already lost more than half of his fortune just now, if he rushes after him now, he will definitely not get any good results. The more Kai Sha thought about it, the more furious he became. Is that guy sick? Under the confinement of the two of us, the horned dragon hunter can be killed easily, so why did that guy want to fish him away? Gong Qing said. According to the Luoshui sense I left behind along the way, it is very likely that he is a newcomer with a higher destiny than us. Those who fish away from the horned dragon will naturally have to gain all the experience. Receive all the experience, Kai Sha sneered. Under the red moon, the strength of the horned dragon is as strong as the destiny. Which newcomer is so confident that he overestimates his capabilities? He continued, getting very angry. We have put in so much effort to make the horned dragon sleep to death slowly, and we are about to succeed. That guy who overestimates his capabilities has destroyed the experience we have gained. How can we forgive him? You are about to succeed. What experience do you have? Gong Qing sneered again. You can't stand it anymore. Okay, if the horned dragon had not been transferred away, the breath of fire would have fallen on you. The first one, you are the one who will die. You, Kai Sha said angrily, how could you possibly die? I'll definitely be sure of killing the horned dragon when I come in. I also have things from Wanji Trading Company. Wanji Trading Company. Hearing this, Gong Qing said in a solemn voice, unless you enter Yishantian to get in touch with Wanji Trading Company, otherwise you have to deal with the Black Palace. I don't think your burying two family has the strong backing of Yishantian. Could it be that you and the Black Palace are involved? Do you have an unclean relationship with the palace? Bah, bah, bah. Kai Sha shook his head in panic. How could my burial two family have anything to do with the Black Palace? I just talked about things from Wanji Trading Company. Gong Qing looked at him. It's best. At this time, another part of territory number 758. Shu Yan fished the horned dragon away. Get this 10 times experience according to the established rhythm. The first is to cast all thoughts are disappointed. Wisps of green smoke floated out from Shu Yan's back with the power of wool, and various ghosts and resentful spirits appeared in the sky. This is the embodiment of, all thoughts are in despair. Suddenly, ghostly cries resounded throughout the venue, and the temperature dropped sharply. These fierce ghosts and resentful spirits are all transformed from the evil monsters that died under the butcher's knife of thousands of miles long. They are male and female, old and young, some have ferocious faces, some have disheveled hair. Thousands of them. They all held sickles in their hands, floating in the air, and ghosts dancing wildly. Because it was used on the horned dragons, in addition to Shu Yan and Wanli Chengtu, the horned dragons could also see these apiao invisible to ordinary people. The horned dragon had just been released from the confinement of the bacteria realm, and luahua flowing water, and his combat power had returned to its peak, but his consciousness had not yet fully awakened. When he regained consciousness, he suddenly saw thousands of resentful spirits in the sky. Use the knife to chop at yourself. Its pupils shrank, its body trembled strangely and violently, and countless ways of evading flashed through its mind, but there were self-contradictions and self-vetoes. How to do. Despair of all thoughts is an attack in the soul realm, and physical dodge is ineffective. The fire in the pupils of the horned dragon's misfortune flashed with anxiety, fear and helplessness. He could only watch helplessly as the resentful spirit raised its scythe high and swooped down to chop at him. There is no way to hide, there is no way to avoid it. Thousands of knives struck at the same time, like a torture of the soul. The horned dragon Eris screamed in pain, but before he could successfully make a sound, Wanli Chengtu's 5-meter-long broken knife had already been sent into its chest with the blood gift talisman. The horned dragon did nothing, not even a cry. The blade has already cut open the chest and severed the sternum. Boom. The battle was over before it even started. Territory number 758, another place. Kai Sha's eyes were full of coldness. Using the items from Wanji Trading Company on the Chulong Jie was certainly overkill, but if Gong Qing found physical evidence, he would not rule out using that item to kill Gong Qing to silence her. Bullshit, believe it or not. Kai Shaw changed the subject. I haven't seen the skill of fishing away from the live line just now. My feeding insect has chased him. If I know who it is, I will definitely kill him. Quote. Just finished. Boom. There was a thunder in the territory. The red moon above our head turned gray instantly, without even flickering. At the same time, a message came from Kai Shaw's mind. The horned dragon has been killed, and the insect-feeding target has been lost. Close black lens bracket. The horned dragon is dead. How come? So sudden. Kai Shaw's face turned earthy in an instant. You just said you were going to kill him, which newcomer is so strong? After the red moon turned gray, the entire territory suddenly shook. Boom. The earth shook. The territory is about to collapse. Kai Shaw took a deep breath. The strength of the horned dragon disaster may not be as powerful as the blood hand, but killing it is more dangerous, because once it is killed, you must escape as soon as possible, otherwise you will be buried with it. There is no time to think too much, it is important to escape. Kai Shaw was about to run away when he looked up and saw a line of fire piercing the sky like lightning. The speed was astonishing and it fished away the pretty figure next to him. It's this live line again. Catching people. Why don't you catch me? Kai Shaw's expression froze. Just tell me what a coincidence, the mantis stalks the cicada, but the oriole follows behind. This cooperation is very good, even the aftermath has been taken into account. Even fishermen have selective bias. Isn't the answer obvious? The guy who fished for people must be from the Gong family. They say the water in Kwanchang is deep. Really? The horned dragon fell to the ground unwillingly. The red moon on the dome seemed to have some mysterious power. Its light suddenly poured into the body of the horned dragon, and a strange energy surged around the body of the horned dragon. Then, the light of the red moon on the dome suddenly dissipated and turned into a deep gray, like the morning of the world. At the same time, the blood gift talisman began to release strange blood patterns. These patterns were like vines, quickly climbing and wrapping the body of the horned dragon. It was as if an ancient ritual was being held. Ding! The data frame appears. Kill the horned dragon, experience plus 375000. Red moon effect, experience x2. Blood gift ceremony, experience x10. Ding! Experience settlement, 7,500,000. 7.5 million experience points. I go. Before Shu Yan could express his shock, the death scythe mark stood out on his forehead, and a strange and mysterious power was released from the hot mark, transforming into a blood-handed doom, grabbing at him with an almost arrogant and unreasonable attitude. The fallen horned dragon. The phantom of the horned dragon's soul emerged instantly, and was then caught by the bloody hand into the void. Then, the mark of the death sickle disappeared into Shu Yan's skin, and the hot feeling on his forehead also faded away. This series of events happened so quickly that it seemed like a supernatural ritual. Before Shu Yan could regain his composure, an emotionless voice echoed in his ears again. After sucking, recover the soul energy, plus 7500000. Another 7.5 million. 7.5 million reserve experience. Although this huge amount of experience had been in Shu Yan's calculations for a long time, when he actually succeeded, Shu Yan still couldn't restrain his excitement, and his mood was like a boiling torrent. Surging. Current level. 11. Upgrade experience. 7.5 million 872,600. Boom. Upgrade the golden light explosion. Current level. 12. Upgrade experience. 6.6274 million 1.1074 million. Boom. Upgrade the golden light explosion. Current level. 13. Upgrade experience. 5.52 million 1.36 million. Boom. Upgrade the golden light explosion. Current level. 14. Upgrade experience. 4.16 million 1.67 million. Boom. Upgrade the golden light explosion. Current level. 15. Upgrade experience. 2.49 million 2.02 million. Boom. Upgrade the golden light explosion. Current level. 16. Upgrade experience. 470,000 halves. 0.42 million. Ding. The novice level limit has been reached, and excess experience cannot be injected. Close black lens bracket. Time left to break the limit, 27 days. FK, This rise is too strong. After leveling up 5 levels in a row, reaching level 16, I felt that my body was filled with endless energy and power, and I even had the illusion of blowing up a planet with one punch. In addition to being excited and shocked, Shuyan was still a little confused. Look at the data frame. How come the upgrade limit has been reached? It shouldn't be. I am an innate level 2, and the experience of others reaching level 15, for me, can reach level 16. It stands to reason that the upper limit of your level as a novice should be one level higher than that of ordinary people, to level 17. Unexpectedly, it is also restricted at level 16. Just then, a notification suddenly popped up. Ding! Kill the evil horned dragon, and the reputation of the members of the Life Hunters Guild Greater Sha region will be automatically settled. Close black lens bracket. Ding! Get reputation plus 10000. Close black lens bracket. Daxia District cumulative reputation value, 60,000. Close black lens bracket. Ding! The reputation title has been upgraded. Close black lens bracket. Current reputation title, defending the country and safeguarding the people. Close black lens bracket. The reputation value required for incomparable chivalry, 41,000. The reputation value required to defend the country and secure the people, 59,000. Reputation value increased. The reputation title has also been changed. Killing the bloody hand gives you 50,000 reputations, but why do you only get 10,000 for killing the horned dragon? Shu Yan thought about it secretly. You must think that the Ming Yamen think that killing the horned dragon is much easier than killing the bloody hand. Ding! While Shu Yan was talking to himself, the familiar voice from the altar suddenly sounded in his head. A total of 1 million souls have been recovered, and the achievement has been achieved. Close black lens bracket. If you save 1 million souls in total, you will receive gifts from the underworld. Close black lens bracket. 1 million achievements. Gift from the underworld. Shu Yan quickly checked the altar panel. The energy of the dead soul has been transcended, 100,000. Untranscended soul energy, 8.1992 million reserved experience. Before I knew it, I had accumulated more than 8 million experience points. Surpassing 1 million souls can get gifts from the underworld. What is this gift from Wangquan? Now that the level limit has been reached, can I continue to inject experience after transcending the dead souls? These questions popped into Shu Yan's mind one by one. I can't wait. Eager to try. Boom! The red moon turned gray, and the entire territory was already crumbling. At this time, the shaking in territory number 758 became more severe, and it seemed that it was about to collapse. Clearly, now is not the time to transcend. He had just commanded Wanli Chengtu to lure Gong Qing away, and now it was time to let Wanli Chengtu pull him away. Just when Shu Yan was about to leave, he suddenly found a red sign on the ground. The shape of the brand is very simple, and it looks like the tablet of an ancestor. What's this? Did the horned dragon disaster drop it? It seems. Not really. Shu Yan had a sense of fog, and his intuition told him that this brand should come from Red Moon. Although the red moon on the dome has turned gray, the red light that was poured down previously condensed into this red sign. The sign was engraved with strange runes and patterns, and was stained with blood. There seemed to be crying. Very strange. For a moment, Shu Yan was inexplicably terrified. Hesitated slightly. Picked it up. Ding! Obtain the Wangquan tablet. Boom! When Shu Yan picked up the Wangquan tablet, territory number 758 collapsed. You can clearly feel the tearing energy surrounding your body. If it weren't for the line of fire thrown by Wanli Chengtu from a distance and quickly fished him away, Shu Yan felt that he would have been crushed by this inexplicable energy on the spot. There was a blur between heaven and earth. After a while, the scene gradually stabilized. Out. Behind is the wall of territory number 758, and the red swing door within the wall has disappeared. To be sure, territory number 758 has completely disappeared. Shu Yan was still a little scared. Watching the territory disappear, I suddenly thought of whether the town that was raided by Beluo Wangquan also disappeared in this way. Open black lens bracket Beluo Wangquan close black lens bracket is rated as taboo level. Maybe Beluo Wangquan now has a new entrance. But the information was blocked. Grassroots authority is out of reach. Enter Junquan Division to get more clues. Enter Junquan Division. Enter the head of Junquan Division, Hunting God Pavilion. Not just for yourself, comma. After coming out, Shu Yan quickly evacuated. The fog in the hunting area concealed Shu Yan's whereabouts very well. Find a place where no one will disturb you. Take stock of what you have gained from this experience. What is the Wangquan tablet? He didn't have time to look at it before, but now Shu Yanho impatiently took the sign out of the storage space. Name: Wangquan Memorial Tablet. Type: Consumables. Function: Create a family. Create a family. When he saw this entry, Shu Yan's eyes lit up instantly. Damn it, this thing is much more precious than other props. Someone with the ability and ambition to create a family will definitely become a tycoon over time. If I create my own family, will it be more powerful than the Burying Two family? Only, how to use it? There is no way to use it. You can tell me how to create it. Shu Yan was both excited and speechless. Isn't it necessary to have family soul skills to create a family? Okay, let's go back to the guild to look up the information and learn more about it. Control your mood and start to meditate. Enter the altar place. The altar shows the current progress of salvation. The energy of the dead soul has been transcended, 100,000. Untranscended soul energy, 8.1992 million. Shu Yan took a brief look and then chose to transcend. The level has been capped, and I don't know if the level will be converted into experience. Select the number of salvations, 900,000. That's exactly 1 million. Give it a try. Let's get the gift of 1 million Wangquan first. Transcendence begins. A familiar picture appears. The black altar cracked, and countless ghost fires spurted out, rising into the sky, and then gathered in the sky to form a gorgeous bloody talisman. The talisman began to burn. The data flashes quickly like a barrage. Transcend soul energy minus 900,000, experience value plus 900,000, willpower plus 90,000. Boom. Here we go to Quantai to recruit old men and save millions of hunting gods. Close black lens bracket. A total of 1 million souls have been saved, and gifts from Wangquan. Boom. Accompanied by bright golden light. A huge heavenly talisman fell from the sky and escaped into the altar. At the same time, a voice sounded in Shu Yan's mind. Millions of souls returned, given by Wangquan, and obtained the soul skill of their own, infinite hell. Close black lens bracket. Endless hell. Create a certain range of space, and the killed ones can be resurrected in the endless hell, and their power will be increased, and they can obey the orders. Close black lens bracket. Remarks. The scope, duration, number of summoned victims, and the strength of the survivors after resurrection will increase with the increase of the body's willpower. Close black lens bracket. Note: to cast infinite hell, the minimum willpower requirement is 100,000. Close black lens bracket. Hiss. Infinite hell. The unfortunate is resurrected. Doesn't that mean that Shui Hand and Chu Long have become his younger brothers? This skill is more than just a skill. What is the concept of gaining two younger brothers? In other words, the skills of the Horned Dragon and the Bloody Hand are available at the same time. Shu Yan didn't know much about the skills of the Horned Dragon, but he knew the skills of the Bloody Hand very well. After all, Blood Hand was the one who almost caused Wanli Chengtu to overturn. The Bloody Hand can open the bloody battlefield. The more evil monsters enter the bloody battlefield, the stronger the Bloody Hand's combat power will be. Open the infinite hell, combine it with the burning anger to attract monsters, and then superimpose the bloody battlefield. Now imagine how high the Bloody Hand's combat power will be. The huge Bloody Hand shot down, like a mountain bearing down on the top. It was a group attack, it was a massive killing. Moreover, the geographical scope and the power of the evildoer will increase with the value of your willpower. So awesome. Suddenly, it felt like Wanli Chengtu was no longer fragrant. When upgrading, Wanli Chengtu had already been absorbed into the void. As if aware of Shu Yan's thoughts, the faceless Wanli Chengtu in the void suddenly turned his head and looked at the Bloody Hand. The Bloody Hands were trembling. I don't smell good, I really don't smell good, not as good as you. You are the most fragrant. Shu Yan immersed himself in his research. To cast infinite hell, 100,000 willpower is the minimum requirement. What's your current level of willpower? View the character panel. Open black lens bracket. Name. Close black lens bracket. Shuyan. Level 16. Will 100,011 plus 940. Open black lens bracket power close black lens bracket 940. Agility 940. Open black lens bracket spirit close black lens bracket 940. Physique 940. A total of 1 million souls have been saved, and the willpower has also increased to 100,000. The total four-dimensional attributes of the body are 3,760. According to the conventional fate attribute comparison table, it is roughly the same as level 16 grass. After a rough analysis, Shuyan summoned Wanli Chengtu with a thought. Wanli Chengtu, who has been upgraded to 5 levels in a row, has grown taller, bigger and more vigorous. As if he intended to let a certain character see clearly, who is more fragrant, Wanli Chengtu roared when he appeared, and the pores on his body exhaled extremely rich fire. Every muscle was full of strength, and every inch of skin shone with an indestructible cold light. The broken knife is in hand, relying on the strong wind of the flag, and the blessing of anger, exuding a heart-stopping terrifying aura. Then, he exploded into 3 dimensions. Height, 6.69 meters. Weight, 3,260 pounds. Broken knife, 6.97 meters. Open black lens bracket other, close black lens bracket. This appearance made Shuyan shiver. Just come out when you come out, I didn't ask you to do extra scenes. He is 1 meter taller, weighs another 1,000 kilograms, and the broken knife is longer, surpassing his height for the first time. It looks like it is full of fighting power. The properties panel expands. Real body Wanli Chengtu. Level 16. Strength 15,040, 16 times unparalleled. Agility 15,040, 16 times unparalleled. Spirit 15,040, 16 times unparalleled. Physique 15,040, 16 times unparalleled. Combat attack power 240,640. Combat method Furious Heavenly Slash. Lead. Repeated information omitted. These skyrocketing attributes made Shuyan's eyelids jump. At level 16, a single attribute exceeds 50,000 points. The total 4-dimensional attributes exceed 60,000. One chop, 240,000. What a concept. Just one word. Fry. Infinite Hell is a new natal soul skill. It can be used with 100,000 wills, which is just enough. Soon, the execution of Infinite Hell was completed. Shuyan fell into deep thought. I just tried it. 100,000 wills can just ensure that the horned dragon and the bloody hand maintain their original strength. The hell is 100 meters wide and lasts for 1 minute. If the willpower is further improved, then the strength of the evil ones here will be stronger, the scope of hell will be larger, and the duration will be longer. Only, the bloody hand and the horned dragon cannot appear at the same time in the infinite hell. They can only be rotated out. Could it be that the number of disasters appearing at the same time is also related to willpower? If that's the case, the requirements for the will of the infinite hell are too high. Current level 16. Upgrade experience 1.37 million, 2.42 million. The 900,000 souls that were just saved have been successfully converted into 900,000 experiences and injected into the experience pool. The level limit for the novice stage is high. You can no longer gain experience by killing monsters. It is better to use more soul energy to increase the will of the body. Let's see how high our willpower is before we can have 2 unfortunates appear in the hell at the same time. Shuyan quickly got into action. Enter concentration. Transcendence. The energy of the dead soul has been transcended, 1 million. Untranscended soul energy, 7.299 million reserved experience. Unlimited excess has been selected. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Start the process of transcendence. Close black lens bracket. Familiar picture. The black altar cracked, and the bloody talisman appeared. Talismans burn. Data flashes like a barrage. Transcend soul energy 1.049 million. Experience value plus 1.049 million. Willpower plus 104,900. Ding. The level limit has not been exceeded, and excess souls cannot be transcended. Close black lens bracket. Current level 16. Upgrade experience 2.419 million, 2.42 million. Time left to break the limit 27 days. The energy of the dead souls has been transcended, 2.049 million. Untranscended soul energy, 6.25 million. Reserved experience. Well, the upper level limit is fixed, and even transcendence cannot break the limit. Open the character panel. Will 205,000. Shu Yan found that his willpower had increased to 200,000, and the cooldown time of his natal soul skill, all thoughts are disappointed, was shortened to 1 hour. The cooldown of Inferno is the same. This cooling time limit is quite annoying, but as the willpower increases, the cooling time of the natal soul skill will be shortened. Moreover, your willpower is linked to the energy of the dead souls, which is equivalent to increasing your willpower by killing monsters. Once you reach a higher level, you can kill higher level evil monsters, and you will definitely get more experience. It is conceivable that the improvement of willpower should be in the later stage. Very explosive. An hour later, Shu Yan performed Infinite Hell again. With 200,000 wills, only one doomed one can be fought at the same time, but the scope of hell has been expanded to a radius of 200 meters, the duration has been increased to 2 minutes, and the doomed one's combat power has been increased by 20% compared to the original. There were 2 props in the storage space, but Shu Yan didn't understand them. One is mutated Hellvine Dog's Tail and the other is Yellow Spring Tablet. After taking stock of combat power and props, Shu Yan planned to return to the guild. You have to collect the reward for killing the Horned Dragon, and then you have to prepare for the Hunting God Pavilion test, so no time is wasted. Just as he was teleported back to Kwancheng South Station, a figure rushed towards him in a hurry. Wearing a black suit, black vest, and white shirt, his oily hair is neatly combed back, and he has 2 delicate white beards. Principal Tang Ji, I've been waiting for you for a long time, my dear, you have set a record. Tang Ji's face turned red and his heart was surging. I set, what record? Shu Yan didn't quite understand. Level 16, Tang Ji said excitedly. This is the first level 16 in Kwancheng and the first level 16 in Zhongmen Province. 55 hours, 23 minutes, 16 seconds. It is the fastest level 16 in the history of Zhongmen Province. Quote. Oh, that's it. Tang Ji's expression paused. Looking at you, why aren't you excited at all? What's the use of setting a record? There are no extra points for the exam at the Hunting God Pavilion. Shu Yan suddenly thought of a question and frowned. Hey, that's not right. Tang Ji was stunned. What's wrong? Shu Yan said. Principal Tang, how do you know that I have reached level 16, and you still know exactly that it is 55 hours, 23 minutes, 16 seconds, and it also sets a record? Tang Ji smiled and said, the Mingya Forum has been announced. It will be displayed as soon as you reach level 16. Reputation and other information will also be updated. Anyone who has read the forum will know. Mingya Forum, Shu Yan didn't understand very well. Tang Jidao, if you have a reputation value of 100, you can go to the guild to activate the Mingya Forum. Then you can see the information on the forum. The Mingya Forum must be opened, it is equivalent to the second pair of eyes of the Life Hunter. The car outside is ready. Let's go to the guild to settle the rewards first, and by the way, we can open the office service. Shu Yan was a little flattered. Okay, thank you Principal Tang. What's your name, Principal? I'm sorry, your current reputation is, defending the country and safeguarding the people, is the same as mine. Although we have a teacher-student relationship, we are more comrades in arms, and comrades in arms should be called comrades in arms. What do you call your comrades? Well, don't call me Principal, call me Old Tang. Shu Yan. Tang Ji stroked his beard and said in a high-pitched voice, okay, we have to hurry up. The big exam is coming in a few days. I have a strong feeling that because of your fate, Kwancheng is going to change. Shu Yan, the car stopped at the entrance of the guild. When Shu Yan entered the guild, all eyes were focused on him. There was an uproar. It's him, it's really him. He is Shu Yan. It was announced on the forum that it is already level 16. What? Some people whose information was delayed widened their eyes and gasped. Everyone knows that Shu Yan comes from a grassroots background and came out of Kwancheng No. 1 middle school. In this era, the grassroots are different from the children of aristocratic families. The basic requirement for entry into the Hunting God Pavilion is to level up to 16 levels a week. In other words, for people from aristocratic families, this threshold is indeed within reach. From the young master of the Burying Two family, who specializes in dealing with misfortunes, we know that family strength is a major driving force behind the soaring experience of newcomers. There are also some props on the market that are helpful for beginners to gain experience, which shows that financial resources are also very important. The surge in experience certainly cannot be viewed from just one dimension. But a grassroots person rose to level 16 in less than 56 hours, breaking Zhang Min's all-time record. It is absolutely unimaginable. The surprise and uproar continued. If there is some luck involved in the soaring experience, then no one can be deceived by his record. I heard from Zhang Dong and the others that Xu Yan single-handedly defeated Zhang Tu's entire team, including a level 24 fire hero. What? A single confrontation destroyed the combined soul skills of 20 members of the Burial 2 family. What? What's even more shocking is that the forum announced that Xu Yan killed the two evildoers, the Blood Hand and the Horned Dragon, one after another. What? Each wave is higher than the other. Kill the Bloody Hand and the Horned Dragon. Xu Yan solved something that even the national team couldn't do by himself. How did Xu Yan do it? Is the special fate of the dead returning so explosive? I still underestimated it before. This record in the rookie period is too terrifying. With a record of level 16, plus the record of double killing the bad guys, he is well deserved to be the strongest newcomer in the history of Quan City. Well deserved. Hiss. Seeing Xu Yan walking towards him, everyone gasped and felt inspired. In the Wangquan era, the human race fought for their lives against the disaster of Wangquan, and also fought for the lives of all races. Within the human race, there is competition between each region and even each city. Fight for status, fight for resources, fight for the next hell to never come to your own city. The coming disaster of Wangquan is not completely uncontrollable. As long as Quancheng cultivates a life hunter who can stand on the line of the sky, then there will at least be a chance to change Wangquan's adventure trend. The arrival of the E-class underworld 20 years ago was inevitable. Between Ninghu and Quancheng, the disaster finally came to Quancheng. To be honest, life is actually about getting through one difficulty after another. Sometimes it is inevitable to focus on one thing and lose the other. It was a painful memory. It also encourages every Quancheng person to strive for self-improvement. Xu Yan fought his way out of the grassroots in Quan City and set a promotion record with his special destiny. Of course, everyone would applaud him for such a feat. If Xu Yan is really admitted to the Hunting God Pavilion and stands on the front line, then the significance to Quancheng will be immeasurable. Xu Yan was a little uncomfortable with being surrounded by people, but fortunately Principal Tang Ji helped him clear a path in front of him. You have no idea how much a sensation your record setting has caused. The rewards and honors that Quancheng City should give you will be no less. If you are admitted to the Hunting God Pavilion, then you will directly become someone who is worshipped by everyone in Quancheng City, hero. Xu Yan was speechless. Usually, the higher the praise, the worse the fall. But he was embarrassed to extinguish the enthusiasm of Principal Tang and everyone else. For yourself, just know where the goal is and take every step well. The guild covers a large area, has a lot of people, and has a lot of signage, but some areas have certain access rights. Come, Mingya is over here. Old Tang led the way. He was very familiar with it, and he was a very good guide. The Ming Yamen belongs to the most authoritative department of the guild. Only those who have been summoned are allowed to enter. If you have enough reputation, I will take you in to activate the Ming Yamen service. After activating the Mingya service, you can use all the functions of the guild online, including viewing the Mingya forum, receiving tasks, redeeming rewards, recycling materials, consigning props, etc. Passing through a door that tests reputation, he successfully entered the Ming Yamen. There are obviously fewer people in Mingya than in other areas, and there are only 2 and 2 stars. Compared to the hustle and bustle outside, this seems to be another world. Tang Ji explained. The staff of Mingya are located everywhere, and they basically work online. There are people at the service desk, and we go there to activate services. Standing at the service desk was a little girl wearing a light white cheongsam, with a pretty face and a smile. Principal Tang Ji seemed to have already explained it long ago. Is he Xu Yan? Yes, the big exam is in a few days. Time is limited. Please help me activate the Life Office service. Okay. The woman nodded, then waved to Shu Yan. Shu Yan was a little confused. What should I do? Please stand under the tablet of the Ming Yamen and light 3 sticks of incense. It will examine you and then help you activate the Ming Yamen service. Shu Yan had heard about the Mingya Memorial Tablet for a long time. He heard that this thing had supreme power and could achieve the effect of the Internet of Things. He looked around, but was stunned for a moment. It's a yellow tablet, and its shape is similar to the tablet in his storage space. Have you finally seen the real thing? Tang Ji smiled and said, we have also taught it in the class of number 1 middle school. The Ming Yamen tablet is the supreme secret of Wangquan. It was developed 600 years ago. The human race established the Ming Yamen system from this, and the guilds in various places were connected as a whole. Quote, of course this tablet is not the main body. The Mingya tablets of each guild are actually clones. The main body is in Yixiantian. Shu Yan nodded. I see. I would like to offer 3 sticks of incense to the memorial tablet of Ming Yamen. Ding. Mingya service, activated successfully. Quancheng number 1 middle school, dormitory. Shu Yan sat cross-legged on the bed and used a special way of thinking to open the Ming Yamen service, according to old Tang's previous instructions. A panel similar to the official website homepage flashed up. He entered the forum first. Ding. With a reputation value of 60,000, you can enter the provincial forum Zhongmin Forum. Close black lens bracket. The screen jumps, and then I see a post marked red and pinned to the top. New record. The fastest level 16 in Zhongmin's history. From Quancheng. Shu Yan clicked on the post. Shu Yan, from Quancheng number 1 middle school, was promoted to level 16 at 15:05 on May 19. It took 55 hours, 23 minutes, and 16 seconds from awakening his true body to reaching level 16. He is the first student in Quancheng this year. A level 16, the first level 16 in Zhongmin Province, and the fastest level 16 in the history of Zhongmin Province. The post was published at 15:06 on May 19. That is, it was released 1 minute after he reached level 16. Posted by Mingya Yuji. The number of comments below has exceeded 9,999 plus. There are some staff members in Mingya who specialize in posting, collectively called UG. Based on the data and information provided by the Mingya system, they then polished it and posted it on the forum so that people who entered the forum could get the latest news as soon as possible. The work efficiency of Mingya Yuji is indeed very high. No wonder Lao Tang said that the Mingya Forum is the second pair of eyes of the Life Hunter. Just entering different forums also has corresponding permissions. With 100 reputation, you can enter the provincial Zhongmin Forum. But 60,000 reputation is still the same pool. It's unreasonable. Relatively speaking, the requirements for the Quancheng Forum are much lower, and people from Quancheng can enter with 20 reputations. In the Quancheng Forum, Shu Yan also saw this post. New record. The fastest level 16 in Zhongmin's history. From Quancheng. Reposter. Dudoyutang. The likes below have exceeded 30,000 plus. Quancheng is recognized as a logistics city, and there are many skilled craftsmen in it. Everyone may have limited combat power, but you can still do it if you work hard to get 20 reputations and open the Quancheng Forum in the Life Office service. There are about 30,000 people with more than 20 reputations in Quancheng. 30,000 plus likes means that most of the Quancheng Life Hunters who have the authority to come in have liked it. Shu Yan was shocked. Returning to the Zhongmin Forum, Shu Yan browsed through the pinned posts one by one. The Hunting God Pavilion exam is a hot topic recently. Posts on the forum also became active. Most of them are discussing the top newcomers who have qualified in Zhongmin Province. The Kai Sha of the Burying Two family has cleared up Ninghu's misfortune, and their level has soared. This post is obviously applauding Ninghu's performance. Kai Sha successfully improved his level by swiping Ninghu's misfortunes and became the number 1 in Ninghu. This caused quite a stir in the cities of Zhong and Min, and also put a certain amount of pressure on new players from other cities. This year's Zhongmin champion will definitely come to Luzhou. This post is talking about Zhongmin, the top scorer in this year's college entrance examination. Obviously, the last champion of Zhong and Min went to Luzhou City, and some people predicted that they might win again. Good prediction, don't predict it next time. This post satirizes the previous prediction. Different from the conclusions reached by Minya Yuji through big data, these posts are basically posted by fans, which are relatively subjective and have limited reference value. There are also regional disputes, setting off a war of words. Shu Yan shook his head and closed the forum. An official list on the homepage piqued his interest. Open black lens bracket newcomer level ranking close black lens bracket. Click to open. Open black lens bracket ding. Close black lens bracket. With a reputation value of 60,000, it will automatically jump to the provincial ranking, Jiangmen Province newcomer ranking. Close black lens bracket. First place. Shu Yan, level 16, Quancheng time, 55 hours, 23 minutes, 16 seconds. Second place. None, vacant. Shu Yan, what does it mean to wait and see? Click on the entry for explanation. When a newcomer reaches the upper limit of level 16, the life system will be automatically triggered. This list only includes newcomers who have reached the upper limit of upgrade, and are ranked based on their time consumption. Close black lens bracket. Shu Yan noticed that there was still time running down the list, which showed 66 hours, 32 minutes, and 23 seconds. It's been 11 hours since my level capped, and no other newcomers have reached level 16 yet. However, this list only includes those from Jiang and Min provinces. I don't know if anyone in the entire Daxia has a higher record than me. The higher your reputation, the more permissions you can unlock. Shu Yan suddenly remembered that he had not received his reward yet. Maybe you can also be rewarded with some reputation, maybe you can check the ranking of the whole area. The life-saving service with a reputation of 60,000 yuan has a dedicated personal page. Shu Yan opened his own page. Name, Shu Yan. Reputation, 60,000. Title, Defending the Country and Safeguarding the People. Completed the killing mission, extremely dangerous, killing the horned dragon, to be submitted. Completed recycling task, to be submitted, tiger butterfly wings x89, black wolf skin x115, evil monster soul bone x186. Storage space, mutated hell vine dog's tail, black fire snake soul staff, black bronze level, black meth poison soul bow, black bronze level, black soul fist gloves, black bronze level. Nine-tailed ginseng, blood replenishing essence, red moon mushroom x100. Close black lens bracket. Ominous object. Wangquan tablet, the Mingya system cannot fully analyze it. Black palace kill voucher. Horse face x3 can be submitted. The Mingya system is so powerful, like a personal all-around butler, but there is still something that cannot be analyzed, the Wangquan tablet. The information analyzed from the Wangquan tablets can create a family, and nothing else. Since it cannot be fully analyzed, it means that the meaning of the Yellow Spring tablet may be more than that. It's better to submit the task first. Open black lens bracket ding. Close black lens bracket. Submit a kill mission and obtain gold coins plus 100,000, points plus 10,000, 5 elements soul stone x1. Submit the recycling task and get gold coins plus 20,000. Compared with the gold coin reward for killing the horned dragon, the reward for the recovery mission is relatively low. After killing so many evil monsters and filling the warehouse with materials, I only exchanged 20,000 gold coins. Open black lens bracket ding. Close black lens bracket. The kill mission has been submitted. Close black lens bracket. Double kill record confirmed. Close black lens bracket. Creating the fastest record for a newcomer to level 16 in Quanquan City. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket comprehensive evaluation. S+. Quancheng Guild issues a limited title, Star of Quancheng. Close black lens bracket. Obtained the title, Star of Quancheng. A flash of light flashed. Shu Yan found that there were 4 words, Quancheng Star, behind the name column on his page. Star of Quancheng. The title, awarded to me. Shu Yan was shocked. Of course he knew about the Star of Fountain City. This title is the pride of all Quancheng people. During the 3 years of number 1 middle school, the words, Quancheng Star, could not be avoided in conversations among classmates. Star of Quancheng is a limited title, condensed with a special life soul. Each city has its own superstar, and each city has only one City Star title. This title is difficult to obtain, but it is very useful. Almost every life hunter in Quan City knows that the title of Quan City Star has a special life soul blessing, which can reduce the skill cooldown by 50%. To get this title is the brightest star in Quancheng. Star of Fountain City. Skill cooldown time is reduced by 50%. Close black lens bracket. Xu Yan was flattered. He was just a newcomer. How can you be so virtuous? You must know that people who can win the title of City Star are very amazing. It represents shouldering the future of the city. The title, Star of Quancheng, originally belonged to Mr. Qin. How could it be awarded to me? Xu Yan really couldn't figure it out. Because old Tang said in class that Mr. Qin used to be his brother who slept on his upper bunk, and he had always been extremely proud of his brother for receiving this title. But old Tang also said that unless the person holding the title dies, the title that has been awarded will not be returned to the Ming Yamen for redistribution. So, Xu Yan thought of an extremely terrifying possibility. I heard that there was an outbreak of war over there in Shantian, and Master Qin seemed to have passed by. Could it be? Xu Yan didn't dare to think about it anymore. A large part of the security of the human race's rear relies on the war in Shantian. The real heroes are those who can go there. Giving me the title of Star of Quancheng, the Guild of Quancheng must have thought carefully. Of course, they may also be betting. Bet on the rise of a special destiny, bet that I will definitely be admitted to the Hunting God Pavilion, report to the front line, and live up to the title. Participating in the Hunting God Pavilion exam is no child's play. This title that can reduce the cooldown time of skills is indeed a great help for participating in the Hunting God Pavilion exam. It's considered well-intentioned. After being lost for a few minutes, Xu Yan felt that he had completely accepted the deep mission behind the title, Star of Quancheng. Wanli Chengtu's exclusive soul skill combat is a basic attack and does not need to be cooled down. Relying on going to battle's self-created combat method, Wrath Sky Slash, there is no need to cool down. Burning with Fury is a strange fire, just ignite it. This soul skill is effective against evil monsters and does not need to be cooled down. What I can use now is my own soul skill. Titles are effective for the soul skills of the real body, but I wonder if they are effective for the soul skills of the original soul. Thinking like this, Xu Yan couldn't wait to walk to the mirror to verify his title. It's said to be a title, but it's actually more like an energy body with attributes. Only by calling out the limited title and floating it above your head can the title's buff be activated. Calm your emotions, calm your heart, and silently communicate the title in your life. Soon, Xu Yan saw a blue light note above his head in the mirror, which read, Star of Quancheng. Check out the natal soul skills. It works. The cooldown time of all thoughts and endless hell were originally 1 hour. After using this title, the cooldown time was reduced to half an hour. If your willpower is further improved, the cooldown time of your natal soul skills can be even shorter. If you use the title of Star of Spring City to have it, it will be very little. It can be imagined that the later stage will be very powerful, and it may be close to unlimited instantaneous effects. The more I think about it, the more excited I become. Keep your mood under control. Looking at himself in the mirror again with the flashing handwriting on his head, Xu Yan suddenly felt a little embarrassed. On the head is the shining Star of Quancheng. It feels like it's a little too ostentatious. Turning around in the mirror, this title is a 360-degree display with no blind spots. Wouldn't it be too stinky? After studying for a while, Xu Yan found a bug. This title does not actually need to be worn all the time. As long as you put it on when you use your natal soul skills, it will automatically show that the cooling time has been halved after you finish using your natal soul skills, and you can take it off. Xu Yan then opened the inventory and took stock of his props. The yellow spring tablet is not fully understood yet, but the equipment in the Black Palace can be sold. According to Shaolan, these Black Palace equipment can be sold to guild material dealers, who will break them down into raw materials and then put them into the next level circulation market. The service provided by Mingya is really attentive and the consignment method is also very simple. Xu Yan marked the Black Fire Snake Soul Staff Black Bronze level in the storage space, and then clicked on the exchange in the Life Service panel in front of him. Immediately, a message jumped out. Ding! This item can be sold on consignment. The base price will be given by Mingya Big Data. The actual price will be given by bidding by each material supplier. The one with the highest price will win. Close black lens bracket. Shu Yan chose to consign all 3 Horcruxes from the Black Palace, and then the Horcruxes were transferred directly from his storage space to the guild's exchange. Shu Yan was stunned. The secret power of the Mingya tablet was indeed very powerful. Quite magical. Soon the base price of the system came out. The 3 Black Palace Horcruxes were given a base price of 30,000, with an average price of 10,000 per Horcrux. Shu Yan shook his head, not too satisfied. Although these Black Palace Horcruxes are black and bronze grade, their properties are much higher than the bronze grade Horcruxes in the Guild Trading Company. Unfortunately, they can only be used by out-of-control life hunters, otherwise they would not be available at such a low price. Quote, there are also some conventional ingredients left, such as 9-tailed ginseng, blood-enhancing essence. Shu Yan also consigned them one by one. Shu Yan donated 100 red moon mushrooms to the Quancheng Skilled Craftsmen Association. In the end, apart from the bound rattan dog tail and the 5 elements soul stone received as a reward, there were only 3 horse faces left. Shu Yan submitted his first horse face. A message pops up. Open black lens bracket ding. Close black lens bracket. Pei Yushin, a level 21 fire hero, lost control on March 15. On the evening of March 16, at 21:07, he burned more than 300 people in Jianan to death. He completed the horse face mission on April 9 and was taken over by the Black Palace. Close black lens bracket. Once the target is found, kill it immediately. Close black lens bracket. Kill reward, 1 merit point. Close black lens bracket. Submit second horse face. Open black lens bracket ding. Close black lens bracket. Lei Guang, a level 21 water hero, lost control on March 18. Dozens of female corpses were found from where he stayed. His animal behavior is unacceptable. Once the target is found, kill it immediately. Close black lens bracket. Kill reward, 1 merit point. Close black lens bracket. Submit the third horse face. Yang Longjing, a level 23 fire hero, masters the field of darkness. Thousands of people have died in his hands. He is a strong competitor for the bullhead. His viciousness has further deepened, posing a great threat to public safety. Once the target is found, kill it immediately. Close black lens bracket. Kill reward, 2 merit points. Close black lens bracket. The characters behind these 3 horse faces were identified one by one. They were all heinous and wanted to be punished by everyone. But all of them are strong. It's very difficult to kill. The improvement in public safety after a kill is very obvious. But why are the rewards I received so little? Few, only merit, and it's given at 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock. Not generous at all. What is the use of this meritorious service? Shu Yan's finger touched the merit note on the panel, and a line of explanation popped up. Complete the mission of Junquan Division to obtain meritorious service. When a life hunter's meritorious service reaches a certain amount, he can obtain the corresponding general position and title. Fate hunters with general rank can receive the corresponding salary. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket ding. Close black lens bracket. Currently, you have not been recruited into the Junquan Division and cannot activate your general position. Close black lens bracket. Current merit points, 4. Shu Yan understood. Pursuing the members of the Black Hall is a regular task of the Junquan Division. Only by entering the Junquan Division can the general position be activated. A general is an official. Its power. Just when Shu Yan wanted to learn more about the general's position, several private messages suddenly popped up on the page. The first one is friend request. By the way, I am your comrade in arms, Old Tang. The second is a family invitation. Joining our family has many benefits. If you lack resources, you don't need to spend money yourself. You can just get it directly from the family warehouse. Shu Yan declined all the private messages inviting him to join the family. There are no aristocratic families in Quancheng. The invitations from these families come from outside the city. Joining them is equivalent to transferring your household registration. Shu Yan seemed to understand why the Quancheng Guild gave him the title of Quancheng Star. At least it contains this reason. Open black lens bracket. Retain people. Close black lens bracket. It definitely doesn't make sense to join the outer city with the title of Star of Spring City. Can't do it. Really can't do it. Notice the friend request. Old Tang. Hey, is it really Old Tang? Why is his ID called Dudu Yutang? It's me, Old Tang. I'm really Old Tang. Read the application notes carefully and add me. Add me quickly. Close black lens bracket. Xu Yan carefully read the reasons given by Dudu Yutang for applying as a friend. This note posted his school transcript, with Old Tang's autograph on it. It should be Old Tang. System hint. Friend application has been approved, please say hello. I have added friends and can communicate in real time. I have many questions to ask. Principal Tang. Yes, your ID is Dudu Yutang, why is it different from your real name? Yes, I was just about to tell you this. It's best if your ID name shouldn't be the same as your real name. Why? Of course there is a reason for this. Have you received a lot of spam private messages? That's right. If you don't use your real name, first of all, you can avoid being harassed. In addition, there may be some people lurking in the forum who are about to lose control or have ulterior motives. If you use your real name, it will be easy for others to track your movements. If you have enemies, feedback is a very dangerous thing in reality. I see, then how do I change my name? With 10,000 reputations, you can enjoy Mingya's name change service. After changing your name, no one else will know your updates except the Mingya system and your friends who know your identity. Old Tang's message continued. It's easy to change your name, just give the password. What's the password? The password is, Mingya Mingyaman, I want to change my name. Well, you change your name first, and we'll talk after that. Okay. Following Old Tang's method, Xu Yan faced the Mingya service panel and said, Mingya, I want to change my name. Sure enough, there was a reaction. A voice without any emotion came to mind. You can change your ID to a pseudonym if you meet the prestige requirement of 10,000. The newly changed ID pseudonym will only be known by the Mingya system and your friends. The Mingya system will not disclose your relevant information. Close black lens bracket. Now, please name the new ID. Close black lens bracket. After the words fell, a fluorescent blue handwriting box popped up on the property panel that was frozen in midair. Having already seen the secret power of the Mingya system, Xu Yan couldn't help but sigh again, then stretched out his finger and wrote down the new ID name. There is salt in Dudu. Open black lens bracket ding. Close black lens bracket. This ID name has been used, please re-enter it. Close black lens bracket. After about 10 times, Xu Yan's new ID name was finally figured out. Named successfully. Real name Xu Yan, pseudonym, Ban Dao. Close black lens bracket. Miss Ban Dao, I am happy to serve you. Close black lens bracket. Here I go, the gender is wrong. After some more twists and turns. Mr. Ban Dao, welcome back. Close black lens bracket. Principal Tang, are you here? Yes. You told me not to call me principal, but after you got the Star of Spring City, you will call me Old Tang from now on. Xu Yan, organize the long-standing voice messages and click to send. The title of Star of Quancheng originally belonged to Mr. Qin. Unless the person holding the title dies, the title that has been awarded will not return to the Mingyaman for redistribution. Could it be said? There was silence on the other side, and it took a long time for the message to come back. I told you, if you take the Star of Quancheng, you will call me Old Tang from now on. Let me keep this in mind. Xu Yan roughly guessed it and slowly typed, Principal Tang. I am sorry for your loss. After thinking about it, I deleted my condolences and sent. Okay, Old Tang. Old Tang replied instantly. Why did you choose the name Ban Dao? Does it have any special meaning? No, the 10 I picked up earlier are all occupied. Old Tang, you killed the double disaster and set an upgrade record. Our school also has rewards. I have mailed the reward. Please keep it. Ding, the prop, Jinhu 10 shopping coupons has been applied for storage. It comes from a friend who has candy in his pocket, please check it. Close black lens bracket. Check and have put it into storage. Close black lens bracket. What are 10 coupons? It's a top-notch item in our school. With this coupon, you can go to the Jinhu dungeon at the junction of Quancheng and Ninghu and swipe it 10 times. A copy of Jinhu. Shu Yan knows this copy. Isn't that a dungeon that can only be entered during the rookie stage when forming a team? Yes, but it requires money. You can swipe it up to 10 times. With this, Jinhu 10 swipe coupon, you can go in and swipe it for free. I have already reached the level limit of the rookie stage, so I probably won't be able to use it anymore. After all, I can't gain experience by grinding now. Yes, the corners of Shu Yan's mouth twitched. You know I don't need it, but you still send it. A message came from Old Tang. After all, the rewards are allocated from above, and they must be paid as they should. All right, Shu Yan originally thought he could resell it or give it to Fei Nan as a gift. But, noticing the display in the storage space, he was stunned. Jinhu 10 coupons bound. What does bound mean? Old Tang sent many messages in a row. Our number 1 middle school has limited resources, and there really aren't any good treasures in the school warehouse. The rewards that can be issued are all allocated from above and are bound. They cannot be resold or given away. Although you have reached the level limit of the rookie stage and you cannot gain experience by going to the Golden Lake dungeon, there are still a few days until the big exam. You can guide the newcomers and master your soul skills at the same time. Of course you can collect it. Anyway, after the newcomer period, the coupon can no longer be used. Shu Yan sighed. If it can't be used, it can't be used. He doesn't want to struggle with this issue anymore. No, one middle school does have limited resources, but to be able to confer the title of Star of Quancheng on itself, Lao Tang, who is well connected, must have done a lot of work. Noticing the Yellow Spring Memorial Tablet in the storage space, Shu Yan couldn't help it anymore. Old Tang, do you know how to create a new family? There was a moment of hesitation. Creating a new family. Why do you suddenly ask this question? I just received invitations from several families. I'm curious to ask. After hesitating for a while, the message was slowly sent. In the human world, there are many big families and countless small families, but no new families have been born in more than 600 years. There has been no new family for more than 600 years. Why? Is it difficult to create a family? It's difficult. Creating a family requires special underworld secrets, similar to the Mingya tablets. The secrets of large-scale soul skills are engraved on them. By joining the family, you can learn large-scale soul skills. This is the beginning of the birth of the family. And this kind of secret object that records large-scale soul skills only came to the world 600 years ago when the sky of the human race was opened up. There was no such thing before, and there has been no one after that. Most of the people who participated in the First Line of Heaven War obtained this secret object, and thus founded various families and became the founders of their respective families. After 600 years of development, family clans have become deeply entrenched. Some aristocratic families cannot even shake the guilds and officials. Old Tang sent the last voice message and made the final summary. Unless you appeared in the Yishantian 600 years ago and experienced the battle that opened the sky, it would be impossible to obtain the Wangquan family tablet and create a family. Shu Yan, speechless and shocked. Name, Wangquan Memorial Tablet. Type, consumables. Function, create a family. Only a genius who appeared 600 years ago can get it. So may I ask what this is? While Shu Yan was greatly shocked, he also became increasingly concerned about the tablet in his storage space. After much thought, I decided not to tell Old Tang yet. After all, this thing can't even be fully analyzed by the Mingyaman system, and Old Tang probably can't understand it either. It's better to explore slowly by yourself. Old Tang's message came over again. If you want to make more achievements as a life hunter, you can actually consider joining the family. Shu Yan was confused by this message from Old Tang. There are no families in Quancheng. The families who invited me before were all families from the outer city. If I joined the family from the outer city, wouldn't the Star of Quancheng be worthy of its name? Old Tang. When the title of Star of Quancheng returned to Mingya, I suddenly figured out something. Old Tang's message continued. As long as I can go to Yishantian and fight for the entire Great Shah, it doesn't matter which city, which household registration or which family I belong to. That being said, is it really that good to join the family? The super soul skills of the 20 members of the Burying Two family were still broken by my sword. As if he had read Shu Yan's mind, Old Tang's voice came over again. The benefit of joining the family is not only to obtain family soul skills and resource support, but most importantly, it can assist the cultivation of will to a certain extent, thereby avoiding loss of control. Quote. Avoid losing control. Old Tang. Yeah, have you ever heard of mustard seed sumeru? Shu Yan thought for a moment. The compressed space is similar to a place like the sky. Yes, the family tablet itself was born in Yishantian. In addition to inscribing large-scale soul skills, it also generates an exclusive space. Of course, this space cannot be compared with places like Yishantian, but it also belongs to the land of Sumeru. This space generated by the family tablets can only be teleported into by members of the family. Cultivating will in the family space is several times faster than in reality. Shu Yan sent the message, is it just that? Old Tang is a little angry, it's all like this. What else do you want? If it could only speed up the cultivation of will, Shu Yan felt that there was really no need to join any family. My own will comes from the experience of slaying monsters, and I have long stopped relying on the slow method of meditation practice. Apart from anything else, in terms of willpower alone, no one can compare with me. Will, 205,000. Take a look. There are still millions of reserves of experience that can be converted into will, and that's not even taken into account. Old Tang's voice came again. Honestly, when I heard that you were promoted to level 16 all at once and broke the record, I almost scared me to death. I was worried that you were losing control. I didn't feel relieved until I saw that the life sensor showed that everything was normal with you. He continued, your real body has a negative personality. It was already obvious when you awakened. It has not lost control yet, which shows that your willpower cultivation potential is high. However, in the later period, the real body's mental improvement will be large, and your willpower cultivation will be limited. No matter how high your score is, there will definitely be a time when you need to wait for upgrades. If you join a family and practice in the land of Sumeru, your willpower will increase faster, which can effectively shorten the upgrade waiting time. This is my suggestion. The suggestion is very good. Don't suggest it next time. Shu Yan directly gave Old Tang a shot in the arm. Don't worry, even if I don't join the family, my true body will not lose control. After a while, the message from Old Tang came through, your true body has a special destiny. There is no fixed training template for you to learn from, and I can't give you much advice. Since you can guarantee not to lose control, I can rest assured. Quote. After chatting for a while, Shu Yan finally understood the whole family issue. Old Tang, do you know that Gong Qing's destiny has been promoted? Of course my students know. But you, how did you know? I saw her in the hunting area. I see, Shu Yan asked. Isn't it said that promotion of destiny is difficult? How come Gong Qing was promoted in the rookie period, and it was a high-level promotion, from Water General to Water King? This is not easy, right? Gong Qing, how did Qing do it? A message came from Old Tang. Do you know what the root cause of destiny promotion is? Shu Yan replied with 3 question marks. Dear, didn't I ask you that? Old Tang, Principal Tang. After a long time, Old Tang's message continued. There are several requirements for destiny promotion. The first is luck. If you are not lucky, even if there is a 99.99% chance, it will be in vain. The second is to break the limit of the 5 elements attributes. You must break the upper limit of the 5 elements attributes of the original destiny, which is also called breaking the tribulation. The easiest way to break this upper limit is to obtain the secret object of fate. Shu Yan didn't understand and asked, what is the secret of fate? Old Tang tried his best to organize his words, but he was still a little incoherent. It's just a combination of circumstances, a lot of suddenness, a lot of accidents. You didn't know it was it didn't know it was you, but in the end you met each other. Something like this is just it's called the secret of fate. Ah, I don't really understand. Old Tang, how should I put it? There is no way to explain true fate. It takes 100 years to cross the same boat, and 1,000 years to sleep together. The same goes for the secret of fate. You can understand it yourself. Shu Yan, we've already talked about metaphysics, right? Old Tang's voice continued. Third, there are various items that increase the chance of life promotion. However, such items are hard to come by. We in Zhongmin definitely don't have them, and they won't be sold in Mingya Trading Company. Perhaps there are sporadic collections among the wealthy families in Shangjing and Shanghai. We chatted a lot more, and the more we chatted, the more I realized how difficult it was to advance in destiny. Lao Tang carefully sorted out 3 methods for this. Xu Yan thought for a while and sent a voice message. So, which way is Gong Qing's destiny promotion? Old Tang replied. The first plus the second. A certain amount of luck plus the secret of fate. Yes. Xu Yan was speechless. Didn't you say that the secret of fate doesn't know me? I don't know it. Why did Gong Qing find it when he was a newcomer? Old Tang said. This is about the role of bloodline inheritance of family tablets. The bloodline inheritors of the family founder can use the family tablets to calculate their own fate secrets in advance, so even if their destiny is initially at a low level, you can improve your destiny step by step by looking for the secret objects of fate. The secret object of fate for Gong Qing General to advance to King is the water-avoiding bead. I found it and absorbed it. It's not surprising at all that my destiny has been promoted from Water General to Water King. Avoid water drops. The name sounds familiar. Xu Yan remembered that Shaolan also had this thing. When taking a bath in the clean area, Shaolan jumped into the pool without being immersed in the water. Then the 3 horse faces said that Shaolan had water-repellent beads on her body. Xu Yan asked tentatively. Water-avoiding beads are very common, right? Old Tang's voice came over in succession. What are you thinking about? It's very difficult to improve one's destiny, and the secret of fate is not something that can be found on the street. The water-avoiding beads are as unique as your title of Star of Spring City. There is only one in the world. If it is absorbed, you have to wait for the absorber to die before you can return. Only one water-repellent bead. Are you sure you're not fooling me? Shaolan has it. Gong Qing also has it. Could it be? Gong Qing asked someone to kidnap Shaolan. Can't. Shaolan is from the Hunting God Pavilion. Except for those who are out of control, who has the courage to take up the idea of Hunting God Pavilion. Or it could be, Shaolan knew Gong Qing, so he gave it away generously. Probably. The rich senior sister Shaolan indeed has this kind of skill, and she gave away the over 100 million wonquan gambling stone if she said it would be given away. Etc. The secret of fate. Xu Yan sent a voice message. So Gong Qing is the inheritor of the family bloodline. I haven't heard her say that before. Old Tang. That girl has a very deep background, the most I can say is this. Xu Yan. After a moment of silence, Old Tang suddenly sent a message. Are you afraid of death? This problem, isn't it too sudden? Who can say that he is not afraid of death unless he has truly experienced death? I don't know. Xu Yan answered truthfully. Old Tang. I heard from Lao Qin that there is a higher fate than destiny. He said that the ultimate fate has a very strange way of breaking the limit. Death comes first. Gudong. Xu Yan couldn't help but swallow. The ultimate fate. Life after death. Unheard of. So, does the return of the dead count as life after death? Could it be that what I am now is the result of a deliberate plan by my predecessor? One stone stirs up 1,000 waves in my heart. Xu Yan's thoughts exploded. Lao Tang finally sent a message. I know it's fake. Xu Yan. Chapter 71. Ninghu City. Burial Tujia Headquarters. The clan leader Kai Wei appointed at Kai Sha and cursed. I told you not to go to the life hunting area of Quan City. The water there is deep, and the horned dragon disaster is not something you can defeat with your current ability. Kai Sha looked dissatisfied. I have the prop from Wanji Trading Company. I can't defeat any evil person. Kai Wuya was furious. Stupid. Extremely stupid. Is that prop meant for you to use on the misfortune? How many times have I told you that that prop can only be used in specific parts of the Hunting God Pavilion exam? If it is used elsewhere, for other uses, the lives of everyone in our family are not enough to compensate. Kai Sha was shocked. Is it that serious? Kai Wuya roared. It's so serious. If you want to die, you can die on your own. Don't drag the whole family into the water. Kai Sha's heart skipped a beat. Why does that thing have to be used in a specific part of the Hunting God Pavilion exam? Just do as you are told and don't ask anything else. Kai Sha swallowed his saliva, then changed the topic. Recently, a new person has emerged in Zhongmin. He may be my biggest opponent to the Hunting God Pavilion. Kai Wuya raised his eyes. Who? Kai Sha said. Half an hour ago, the Mingya Forum updated an announcement. Shu Yan, a fresh graduate from Quancheng No. 1 Middle School, set a new record for promotion. He killed the Horned Dragon and the Bloody-Handed Double Disaster, and was awarded the Star of Quancheng title. He was the one who entered territory number 758 yesterday and killed the Horned Dragon Disaster. The person who stole my monster and bullied us was the one who destroyed our family's soul skills and disgraced our family in Quan City. It has been clearly investigated that he comes from a grassroots family and is not a member of the Gong family. Kai Sha licked his lips grimly. Father, why don't you send someone to kill him? Kill him. Kai Wuya glared at him coldly. Do you know what it means to be awarded the title of City Star? Kai Sha asked in confusion. What does it mean? Kai Wuya was categorical. It means the person behind him may be as good as the Gong family. What? Kai Wuya shook his head, stared at Kai Sha, and said, in short, don't worry about this matter. If you still have this kind of mentality, you are not far away from losing control. Wang Chengjin's incident was brought about by himself. Each one relies on his or her own abilities. The exam at the Hunting God Pavilion requires a political review, so don't let me cause any trouble. But, Kai Sha still didn't give up. Father, do you really not care? This guy stole my monster. If I don't deal with it, it will affect my mentality for the big exam. Kai Wuya sighed, and then said, this matter is beyond our control, someone will naturally take action. Kai Sha's face lit up. Who? Kai Wuya said, there are major exams in the Hunting God Pavilion, and there are also exams in the Black Palace. The exams in the Black Palace are more bloody and cruel. Their approach is to sneak into major cities and hunt down the people on the black list. That kid killed 3 horses and was on the black list. Compared to other characters on the black list, that kid's level should be the lowest. He started too fast and his foundation is unstable. Hunting him is the most cost-effective. As far as I know, Killing King also likes him. Quote, kill you. Hearing this, Kai Sha's pupils were shocked. Kai Wuya waved his hand and asked him to go down, hurry up and raise your level to level 16, and wait for the big exam with peace of mind. Okay. At night, Shu Yan began to fiddle with his Wangquan house number. This thing can create a family. There is no method of use. How did the first people who received family tablets use them 600 years ago? Shu Yan entered the Life Office panel and clicked on the search box of the forum, intending to check the establishment of the family that year. After typing, create family, he got 2 contents. One is, the birth of a family, which is basically the same as what old Tang said. This one is free. Another one is, introduction to the ceremony of creating a family. Excerpted from Shengjing Library, 50,000 reputation, can be consulted, query fee, 1,000 points. The mission of killing the Horned Dragon only gave a reward of 10,000 points. Unexpectedly, looking up a document actually cost 1,000 points, which made Shu Yan feel a little sad. After paying 1,000 points, the information is available. A thread of sky opened up, and the secrets of the underworld descended, condensing into tablets. 10,000 words omitted here. The activation method of each tablet is different, and more information will not be shared by the founders of the family. The Mingya system cannot fully analyze the family tablets. For more than 600 years, many precious research materials on the family founding ceremony are missing. Relevant experts are still continuing to study, excerpted from Shengjing Library. That's it. The corners of Shu Yan's mouth twitched. You should tell me what the ceremony is. Still researching what it means. Can I get my money back? What a trap. The activation method of each tablet is different. This may be the only valid information. Shu Yan calmed down his emotions and quickly took action. First, learn the method of Mingya tablet, hold it high and light 3 sticks of incense. Useless. Drops of blood. It's no use either. It's better than this. Useless. Or this. Still no use. The crippled battle flag that was previously opened by Wangquan Gambling Stone turned into a treasure when it met Wanli Chengtu. Maybe this Wangquan tablet can also be used by Wanli Chengtu. Just when he was about to summon Wanli Chengtu, Shu Yan suddenly stopped the car. I forgot that Wanli Chengtu had grown taller and had long exceeded the height of the dormitory ceiling. Need to change place. Soon, we came to a corner of the playground. Prepare the Wangquan tablet. A thought. Wanli Chengtu appears. Wanli Chengtu has no face or facial features, but his body is facing the direction of the memorial tablet, and you can feel that he is staring at the tablet in a daze. There is a special connection between Xu Yan and his real body, Wanli Chengtu. He could understand the feeling of 10,000 miles of long slaughter at this moment, but the feeling of 10,000 miles of long slaughter was difficult to describe. How to say? It's like a widow suddenly seeing the memorial tablet of his deceased person appear in the high hall. Confused, puzzled, angry, very complicated. Then Wanli Chengtu suddenly raised his knife and slashed at the Yellow Spring memorial tablet. Caught off guard, Wanli Chengtu's current sword damage is 240,000, which tablet can withstand it? Boom, there was a loud bang. The tablet was split into pieces, turned into a red light, passed through the air, and injected into Wanli Chengtu's forehead, leaving a strange pattern. Xu Yan's eyes widened and he couldn't believe that the pattern was exactly the same as the death scythe mark hidden on his forehead. Boom, the changes caused by this death scythe pattern started from his forehead and spread to Wanli Chengtu's entire existence. His skin continued to break, and the red liquid pouring out of the cracks seeped into the surrounding air. The remaining armor on his body continued to expand, and his muscles stretched like steel. The clicking sound of bones accompanied the twisting of the body, shaking the entire venue, as if the entire physiological structure was undergoing terrible changes. A sudden burst of black arrogance erupted from his back, causing the Five Elements flag to make a roaring sound at this moment. The surrounding atmosphere became more and more eerie and terrifying, as if there were thousands of ghosts roaring around. I can't understand this shocking transformation at all. Xu Yan was already sluggish. Ding, the deceased has returned and the identity verification is successful. Close black lens bracket. The return channel is opened. Close black lens bracket. A mysterious voice sounded in my mind. Immediately afterwards, the mark on Xu Yan's forehead and the mark on Wanli Chengtu's forehead glowed at the same time, as if they were echoing each other. Suddenly, a huge door appeared in front of them. This door seems to appear out of thin air, but only the front side can be seen from 360 degrees. Or maybe only he and Wanli Chengtu can see this door. What's behind it is unknown. Wow, there was a sound of breaking wind, and the seemingly demonized Wanli Chengtu Dao rushed in first. It was a completely spontaneous act without any discussion. Xu Yan was slightly stunned, gritted his teeth, and stepped into the virtual door. I felt my eyes spinning for a while, and the next moment, he appeared in darkness. In the center of the darkness, a black altar suddenly appeared. Xu Yan's heart trembled. This place seemed familiar. Take a closer look again. Isn't this the place of salvation on the altar? The Wangquan tablet can create a family space. Is this my family place? But, isn't this the place where the souls of evil spirits come to be saved? Xu Yan's heart was very high. Thinking of this place in your mind is completely different from entering it in person. The black altar exudes a creepy aura, accompanied by bursts of howling ghosts, as if the wailings of countless dead souls are gathered together, making one's hair tremble. Really panicking. Ding! The Wangquan tablet has been activated. Welcome back, dead man. Close black lens bracket. A distant voice sounded in the air. Then, a data panel appeared in front of you. Family. Return of the dead. Clan leader. Xu Yan. Family soul skill. Guishu ghost transformation. Family secret. When the dead return, I alone am a wealthy family. Large soul skills can be performed by one person. Close black lens bracket. Conditions for family admission. Return of the dead. Open black lens bracket members. 1 close black lens bracket. Xu Yan. What kind of family is a family with only one person? The admission condition is return of the dead. This threshold is too high. Who the hell can come back even if they die? But, at least there is one more family soul skill, Guishu ghost transformation. It only takes one person to cast it. As expected, one person is a family, and one person is a wealthy family. But, what is the family soul skill of Guishu ghost transformation used for? How to use it? After a brief shock and a brief adjustment, Xu Yan raised his eyes and suddenly exclaimed, "Hey, where did Wanli Chengtu go?" When I first came in, I was so shocked that I didn't pay attention to Wanli Chengtu. Now that he came back to his senses, he looked around but couldn't find Wanli Chengtu. What happened? Wanli Chengtu obviously rushed in first. Why is he missing? Boom. At this moment, the altar burst out with intense energy, and a huge beam of light shot into the sky. Xu Yan's eyes were stung by the light, and when he squinted, he caught a glimpse of a figure. It was Wanli Chengtu. He is in the pillar of light. Xu Yan was startled. So, just now, it was Wanli Chengtu who rushed into the altar himself. Before Xu Yan could clear his mind, the altar began to tremble and mysterious runes flickered. Boom. Dong dong dong. The thunderous drums sounded in the altar. Anger bursts out of the air. The 5 elements battle flag shook the sky to fulfill the wish. Open black lens bracket ding. Close black lens bracket. The ritual of returning to the ruins has been started, the level is breaking the limit, and the souls of the dead have begun to transcend. Close black lens bracket. What the hell, comma, current level, 16, upgrade experience, 2.41999 million, 2.42 million. Transcending the dead soul, -1. Experience value, +1. Open black lens bracket ding. Close black lens bracket. Soon, a golden light flashed out from the black altar, and as this golden light appeared, Xu Yan's body trembled violently. You can feel the power in your body expanding rapidly. It is a kind of refreshing feeling that breaks through barriers and breaks through limits. But compared to these, Xu Yan's inner shock was undoubtedly the greatest. Upgraded. Is it really upgraded? It is true. Breaking through the rookie level limit. Not a dream. It's really not a dream. Open black lens bracket ding. Close black lens bracket. The ritual of returning to the ruins is in progress, the level limit has been broken, and the salvation continues. Close black lens bracket. The limit breaking is not over yet. The upgrades haven't stopped yet. Comma. Current level, 17. Upgrade experience, 0.8 million. Energy to save dead souls, -2.8 million. Experience value, +2.8 million. Wow, the black altar suddenly appeared golden again. Upgraded again, comma, open black lens bracket ding. Close black lens bracket. The ritual of returning to the ruins is still in progress, the level limit has been broken, and the salvation continues. Close black lens bracket, comma, current level, 18. Upgrade experience, 0.3 million. Energy to save dead souls, -3.3 million. Experience value, +3.3 million. Wow, the black altar suddenly appeared golden again. Upgraded again and again, comma, transcendence is completed and the return ceremony is over. Close black lens bracket. Finally stopped. The altar ceased its activities and returned to its original state as if nothing had happened. Current level, 19. Upgrade experience, 150,000 3.9 million. Untranscended soul energy, 0. Comma, level 19. Xu Yan was completely shocked. It turns out that this is how the Guishu soul skill was used. Wanli Chengtu threw himself into the altar and relied on the mysterious Guishu ghost transformation ritual to break the level limit. This soul skill is indeed a large-scale soul skill. It cannot be performed by just one person. It cannot be performed without the energy of the dead soul and the coordination of the altar in the family space. The black altar released all the 6.25 million soul energy reserves, directly allowing Wanli Chengtu to reach level 19. This also means that the main body has also been upgraded to level 19. Feeling the energy exploding in his body, Xu Yan couldn't wait to check the attribute panel. Open black lens bracket name close black lens bracket, Xu Yan. Level 19, will 830,000 plus 1333. Open black lens bracket power close black lens bracket, 1333. Agility 1333. Open black lens bracket spirit close black lens bracket, 1333. Physique 1333. Comma, true form Wanli Chengtu unparalleled ghost transformation to break the limit. Level 19. Strength 25,000 19 times unparalleled. Agility 25,000 19 times unparalleled. Spirit 25,000 19 times unparalleled. Physique 25,000 19 times unparalleled. Combat attack power 480,000 19 times unparalleled. Comma, all I can say is that the unparalleled talent is terrifying. Level 19. The real body has increased 19 times, the total 4-dimensional attributes exceed 100,000, and the basic slash is more terrifying than other people's ultimate moves, 480,000 per knife. 2. Explosive. After the ceremony of returning to the ruins, Wanli Chengtu stood in front of him. The version of the ghost that broke the limit was very different from the previous one. Like a gloomy god of death. A face without facial features exudes a suffocating sense of oppression, as if it can see through everything. A pair of huge black soul wings formed from the souls of those who returned to the ruins grew out of his back. The moment it flapped its wings, a sudden black flame erupted, as if there were endless soul shadows traveling through it. Behind the 5 elements flag, there was a loud sound of wind, as if the ghosts of thousands of troops were roaring around. The ghost turned unlimited version of Wanli Chengtu. There are 2 wings on the back, holding a 10-meter dagger. The 5 elements battle flag is fierce, floating in midair, overlooking all living beings. Infiltrate, fear, prestige, explode, indescribable. The demons fled and the gods retreated. The return of the dead family has been born, please set up a family entrance. Close black lens bracket. Xu Yan was shocked by the ghostly form of Wanli Chengtu, when suddenly a distant voice sounded in the void. Family entrance. Xu Yan suddenly came back to his senses. Xu Yan already had a certain understanding of the family entrance, after searching for relevant literature on family in the Mingya forum. The family space is a Sumeru place, a space independent of reality. If family members want to enter this space, they need to teleport in through a specific location. This specific location is called the family entrance, which looks like the entrance to the copy. For example, the entrance to the space where the Tujia people are buried is at number 19, Ninghu City West Street. Of course, this family entrance is not set up casually. Different Wangquan tablets will generate different family spaces, and the entrance to the space will be roughly framed in a certain area. The founder of the family can choose any location within this specific area and place the tablet there. Wherever this tablet stands, a door similar to a copy will be generated. This door is the family entrance. Only members of the family can enter the family space. After roughly passing the knowledge points, Xu Yan's thoughts returned. But yourself, do I need to set up a family entrance? There is only one return of the dead, just me, the founder. One person is a family, what kind of entrance do we need? If there is no entrance, the founder can walk around with the tablet. The entrance is set up to facilitate the recruitment of family members or to carry out blood inheritance. But I don't need either of these. Xu Yan had already made up his mind not to set up an entrance, but suddenly, a reminder came unexpectedly. Ding! The entrance to the family, the door of death. Automatic setting has been completed. Close black lens bracket. Death gate. What the hell? His eyes went dark, then suddenly lit up. Surrounded by school playgrounds. On his head is the ghost version of Wanli Chengtu. The 10-meter-long broken knife is longer than his body. No wonder he can only lift his feet off the ground and spread his wings in the air. So it is being teleported. Suddenly, I just heard that the entrance to the family, the gate of death, has been set up. Where is it? Xu Yan looked around but didn't see it. When I was confused, the mark on my forehead suddenly flashed. The mark on Wanli Chengtu's forehead also flashed simultaneously. The two echoed at the same time, and the mark beams converged together, reflecting a black light door that appeared in front of them. You can only see the front door 360 degrees. Do it again. Wrong. Xu Yan noticed that this door now has a name display, which reads, Death Gate. Death Gate. The entrance has been set. Could it be that? After getting the answer, Xu Yan was shocked. The mark on his head and the mark on Wanli Chengtu's head are like half keys. Only when they are combined together can this space door be opened. Could it be that the entrance is set above our heads? Death Gate. This name feels a bit unlucky. Can you change the name? Open black lens bracket ding. Close black lens bracket. Founder's permission can change the name of the gate. The name can only be changed once. It actually works. The blue interface pops up automatically. I was completely unprepared, and suddenly the names were a bit useless. Forehead, back door, Hongman, Jingwuman, all flashed through my mind one by one. Finally, Xu Yan entered the name on the interface with a pointing pen, main gate. Anyway, it's better than the back door on the forehead. In an instant, the light moved. A voice sounded in the void. The gate of death has passed away, the main gate must stand, welcome the return of the rightful owner. Close black lens bracket. Suddenly, a huge suction force came from the door, sucking him in directly. Come in again. It is still the original altar space. But this time, Shu Yan couldn't control himself and was directly pulled into the altar by this mysterious force. Boom. Suddenly, the altar burst out with intense energy, and a huge beam of light shot into the sky. Shu Yan's eyes were stung by the light. The scene is so familiar, it was Wanli Chengtu before, and now it's him. He is in the pillar of light. Then, a voice sounded in the void. The resonance ritual of ghost transformation starts. Close black lens bracket. What the hell? It is almost the same ritual version as before the 10,000 miles of massacre. Soon Shu Yan also became a ghost. A black evil energy burst out from his body, like a pillar of fire surging wildly, and then intertwined with his body, gradually solidifying into a strange humanoid coat. This coat looks both human and demonic, exuding an indescribable mystery. An inexplicable sense of horror arose in Shu Yan's heart, because he was surprised to find that his feet had left the ground and seemed to be floating in midair, like a ghost. What's going on with me? The resonance ritual of ghost transformation is completed. Close black lens bracket. After the words fell, the light curtain in front of him flowed, and a data frame appeared. Name, Shu Yan, Ghost Resonance State. Introduction. In the Ghost Resonance State, you can use your true body's configured soul skills and self-created tactics. The introduction is simple, but Shu Yan was shocked. Big shock. In the Ghost Resonance State, the main body can share the soul skills of Wanli Chengtu. Is this correct to understand? Wanli Chengtu's self-created combat method is Wrathful Sky Slashing, and the configured soul skill is Burning in Fury. In the state of Ghost Resonance, Shu Yan had a very strange feeling, as if these tactics and soul skills had been burned into his genes, and he could intuitively understand and use them without special learning. The Wrathful Sky Cutting Yin can only be performed with the help of the 5 Elements Fire Flag, and the power of the Broken Sword. But I don't have the 5 Elements Battle Flag or the Broken Sword, so how can I use it? Not having a knife or a 5-element battle flag is not a problem at all, because this is the true meaning of Gui Shu's Ghost Resonance, as if he has established a connection with Wanli Chengtu that transcends the physical body. Shu Yan walked out of the front door and returned to reality. Sharing soul skills, Shu Yan is eager to try it. Anger. At this moment, Shu Yan's body was still in the state of Ghost Resonance. With a thought, the black evil energy on his back condensed into the replica soul body of Huoxingchochi. Wow! Anger ignited from Huoki's soul body. Heaven kills. Shu Yan used his legs to carry his waist, his belt to his back, and his back to his arms. He half-rotated his whole body, and used his hand as a knife to strike towards the sky. Lead. Swish. A line of fire that was invisible to the naked eye extended from his finger and went straight into the school pond 1,000 meters away. It instantly hooked a fish in the pond and lured it in. Seeing the fish flapping under his feet, Shu Yan was stunned. It really worked. After all, there is no such thing as the broken sword of 10,000 miles long slaughter, so this strategy has some slight adjustments when used on Shu Yan, or it is more appropriate to call it Wu Diao. He kept trying. Try again. The entire, angry fishing, process is as precise as machinery. He didn't stop until he caught almost all the fish in the school pond. That's outrageous. After all, the energy of the dead souls was released, all the way up to level 19, will suddenly reached 830,000. I wonder what the power of Endless Hell is now. Thinking like this, the Natal Soul Skill panel appeared. Native Soul Skill. Infinite Hell Ghost Resonance Mode. The 6 words, Ghost Resonance Mode, came into view and were highlighted in red. What means? Shu Yan's thoughts moved slightly and he touched it. Ghost Resonance Mode. If the main body is in the Ghost Resonance state, then the hell will also be in the Ghost Resonance Mode. In this mode, the resurrected souls in the hell can copy the soul skills and self-created tactics of the real body. Close black lens bracket. Note. The actual effects of replicating soul skills and tactics are affected by the persecutor's own talent and 4-dimensional attributes. Seeing the pop-up introduction, Shu Yan's eyeballs trembled violently. Unable to calm down, I read it several times. If the true body becomes a ghost, then the unfortunate ones resurrected in the eternal hell can also become ghosts and resonate. That's right. Doesn't this mean that Blood Hand can also use the wrath of heaven to fish, like himself? Shocked. If Wanli Chengtu deploys soul skills or creates his own tactics in the future. That's 1 for 3. We are not just fishing together, we can't imagine what else we can do together in the future. Level limit exceeded. Return to the ruins and turn into a ghost. Share soul skills. This Wonkwon tablet is really good guy. What a great guy. Controlling his excitement and shock, Shuyan suddenly had an idea as he looked at the main entrance in front of him. For example, if something really critical happens, can you call out the main door and hide in the family's Sumeru space? Thinking about it carefully, it doesn't seem possible. Although this main gate is invisible to ordinary people, if you encounter a life hunter who has a significantly higher level of combat power than yourself, you can still sense the existence of the main gate. If they blast the door from the outside, they will be trapped inside forever. Hiding in the altar place is obviously not a reliable method when facing a powerful enemy. The most important thing is to improve the strength. Shu Yan buried his head in looking at the panel and continued to study the infinite hell. The scope, duration, number of victims, and the ability to resurrect the victims will increase as the body's willpower increases. Compared with the current 830,000 wills of 200,000 wills, the effect of infinite hell has been significantly improved. Open black lens bracket hell range close black lens bracket, 830 meters in radius. Duration 8 minutes. Cooling time 56 minutes. Wearing the title, Star of Spring City, can shorten the cooling time by 50%, but is not currently worn. Strength increase. The strength of those who enter the eternal hell will increase by 83%. Accommodation quantity 1. The will increases to 1 million, and the endless hell can accommodate one more wretched person. The scope and duration of hell have increased significantly. The increase in strength is not bad, 83%, almost double. Although the current hell can only accommodate one misfortune at a time, if the will is raised to 1 million, both the horned dragon and the bloody hand can appear in the endless hell. According to the speed of gaining experience points, this goal should not be difficult to achieve. Shu Yan's eyes were fiery. Unparalleled talent, coupled with family tablets, the combination of powerful forces is very explosive. But as the saying goes, an ordinary man is not guilty, but he is guilty of carrying a jade. There is a level limit in the novice stage. If people know that they have a card that can break the level limit, then what's the point? To be conservative, at least until the end of the rookie period, the level 19 limit breaking ghost version of the real body cannot be easily revealed. But the big exam is coming soon. How to do this? It would be great if you could switch between level and true form modes at will. It seems really possible. The front door of the family can only be seen from the front 360 degrees, not the back, but during Shu Yanzai's ghost transformation ceremony, he caught a glimpse of the front door reversed, and at the same time a voice echoed in his mind. Behind the main entrance is the front door. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Travel to the door and return to normalcy. Close black lens bracket. The sound made his hair stand on end. He recalled what old Tang said, the ultimate fate is life after death. It seems that the being who died first has considered this problem in advance and specially left a door for him. The imprints resonate synchronously, calling out the main gate again. With a thought, the front door reversed. The door is open. Enter the gate and perform the ritual of returning to the ruins and returning to the furnace. When he came out of going to the gate, Shu Yan's form had switched to the version before breaking the limit. Breathtaking. Back in the dormitory, Shu Yan stood in front of the mirror and used the family soul skill, Guishu Ghost Transformation. Because his body and real body have already gone through the ghost transformation ceremony of the Black Altar, there is no need to enter the place of the altar to perform Guishu Ghost Transformation again. With a thought, the secret method was activated, and black evil energy burst out from the body, and then intertwined outside the body, solidifying into a strange humanoid coat. It's like a human being, like a demon, it's hard to describe. His feet left the ground and floated in the air, like a ghost. This is the limit-breaking Shu Yan's true form, the 19th level enhanced version of ghost transformation. Go back to the door. Break. As soon as the password was given and the thought moved, the black evil aura around him suddenly disappeared, and the form in the mirror switched back to its original appearance. Just like the archive, the ontology attributes have returned to level 16. After switching back and forth for more than 10 times, Shu Yan was able to skillfully switch between levels and forms. The switch is almost instantaneous. The level 16 real body attributes can completely handle any copy in the novice stage. The limit-breaking state of level 19 can guard against threats with higher combat power. Moreover, the real body has exceeded the limit, so even if you switch back to the 16th level attributes and form, you can still gain experience by killing monsters. What we are saying is that the next novice period, the main focus is on advanced development. If you break the level limit, you can develop ahead of time. Finding the whereabouts of Blue Falling Yellow Spring is even closer. Limit breaking level 19. Upgrade experience 150,000 thirds.9 million. Untranscended soul energy 0. There is still 3.75 million experience left to reach level 20. When reaching level 20, Wanli Chengtu can have one more soul skill grid to configure the underworld key. Shu Yan came to Quancheng hunting area again. The once most powerful men, Blood Hand and Horned Dragon, are now the younger brothers of 10,000 miles of Chengshou. Without the two evil monsters in charge, basically no evil monsters have appeared here. The most unexpected thing is that since territory number 758 disappeared, the fog here suddenly became much thinner. Even if you use rage to attract monsters, the level of the evil monsters that come out are very low, roughly around level 10. And the number is still very small. Obviously, this place is no longer suitable for leveling. What other places are suitable for leveling? Shu Yan typed this question and searched in Mingya Encyclopedia. Sort out the answers. The upgrade of the Life Hunter is divided into two periods. Close black lens bracket. The first period is the novice period. Close black lens bracket. The main places for upgrading are the novice copy and the fog hunting area. Close black lens bracket. The second period is the growth period. Close black lens bracket. The main places for upgrading are the official copy and the Juxian battlefield. Close black lens bracket. Juxian is the shelter of Yellow Spring and the breakthrough point for all races. Also called the 9 great mosses. Among them, the first natural moat is the famous One Line of Sky. The 9 moats battlefield is the most important front line that determines the life and death of the human race. It is also the most important place where life hunters gain the most experience in upgrading. However, the intensity of the 9 tombs battlefield is too great. If you go to the 9 gorges battlefield just after the novice stage, you will only lose your life. Therefore, between the novice stage and the 9 gorges battlefield, you still need an upgrade transition, and this transition is official copy close black lens bracket. Almost all the underworlds that have come to the human race have been captured. The captured underworld copies are very important leveling resources. Most of them are under official control, and a small part is in the hands of the Black Palace. Access to the official copy is not allowed unless you join the official team. Similarly, those who are out of control can only be allowed to enter the dungeon resources of the Black Temple if they join the Black Temple. The official control of copy resources is of course to avoid the emergence of more out-of-control people. Shu Yan saw with his own eyes that the once filial child killed his parents with his own hands shortly after awakening his true form. The once well-educated young man has become a street rat that everyone shouts about and beats up. Many examples of out-of-control situations are manifestations of a lack of self-control. The more Shu Yan learned, the better he could understand why both Sha Lan and Old Tang repeatedly told him to wait for upgrades and put their will first. The general path for an official life hunter to rise is to adapt to and become familiar with one's destiny and true form through independent upgrades in the novice period, and then be admitted to the official department and upgrade safely as allowed by the rules. The Black Temple, on the other hand, does the opposite, and its teachings are anti-human. If you have not joined the official team or joined the Black Temple, then if you want to upgrade, the life hunter can only refresh the novice dungeon and the public mist life hunting area. The novice dungeon and the fog hunting area have level restrictions, and life hunters over level 16 will basically not get much experience. Unless the calamity is eliminated. It's a pity that Zhongmin's newcomers this time are too ruthless, and basically all the bad guys in every hunting area have been wiped out. At present, I have not joined the official dungeon, so the only dungeons I can go to are novice dungeons. Among the many novice dungeons in Zhongmin province, the one that can gain the most experience is the large team dungeon. Taking out the Jinhu 10 coupons from the storage space, Shuyan's eyes lit up. It's yours. The Dajin Lake copy requires a team to enter. Shuyan searched for Fei Nan all over the school, but only found a note left by Fei Nan for him. It reads, "My Yan, congratulations on breaking the upgrade record and becoming the star of Quancheng. My willpower has improved a lot in the past few days, and finally reached 100. According to the attribute comparison table of Cao Meng's destiny, 100 points of willpower is enough for my true body to reach level 8 without losing control. If I reach level 8, I can be recommended to the logistics department of Zhengquan Division. But my real body's level is only level 3 now, and I'm far behind. Your finding wealth in danger gave me great encouragement. I know that I have to go to the Dajin Lake dungeon to hope to catch up with the progress. If I can't come back alive, please remember my payment card password 4x, there are still the last 10 gold coins in it. Shuyan." Looking at the message time on the note, Fei Nan had been gone for most of the day. Shuyan guessed that Fei Nan hadn't accumulated enough reputation yet, otherwise it would be much easier to communicate by activating the Life Office service and adding friends online. Going to the Dajin Lake dungeon at level 3 is too tough, right? Shuyan couldn't help but shake his head. The Golden Lake copy is a more dangerous place than the hunting area. Located at the junction of Ninghu City and Quancheng, there is no teleportation point and can only be reached by carriage and horse. Old Tang took very good care of Shuyan, and he was picked up and dropped off by school buses throughout the trip. Roughly 4 hours later, Shuyan arrived at the location of the Dajin Lake copy. Soon I saw Fei Nan. Throwing an induction technique over, it turns out that the real Cannon Man is level 3. Dajin Lake is a dungeon with 20 people. Although the group is powerful, Fei Nan is only level 3. How can anyone pay attention to him? Fei Nan searched around and not only failed to find the team, but was also ridiculed one after another. However, every time he was ridiculed, he was not discouraged and smiled again before looking for the next team. Shuyan shook his head. He really couldn't stand it. He walked up and put his arm around Fei Nan's shoulders. "Let's go. Let's form a team." Fei Nan turned around and saw that it was Shuyan. His face was shocked. "Oh my god. Why are you here? I'll download a copy." "But haven't you already reached the novice level? The level is capped and you have no experience in dungeons." Fei Nan thought for a moment, then showed a meaningful smile. "I know, you must have come here specially to take me flying, right?" Shuyan rubbed his chin. "Is there a problem?" Fei Nan chuckled. No problem, no problem." Ninghu City. Burial Tujia headquarters. Kai Sha received a piece of news from the Black Palace and immediately went to his father Kai Wuya for confirmation. "Is Killer dead?" "Yes." "Who killed him?" "I don't know yet. Killer went for that Quancheng boy, but he was killed as soon as he entered the Quancheng territory." "What? Don't be too surprised. That kid won the title of Star of Spring City, and will be the future senior executive of Daxia. Maybe yesterday he was a grassroots, but now, many senior executives are paying attention to him and his background is very deep. So, don't try to trick him again. But, nothing but. Remember your mission in the Hunting God Pavilion exam. If people know about our deal with the Black Palace, there will be no place for us in Great Sha. Of course, as long as you do your job well in the Hunting God Pavilion exam, then our family can relocate. As for him, he will die without a burial place. Outside the copy of Dajin Lake. Shuyan and Fei Nan formed a team and came to the entrance of the dungeon together. "This is a 20-person team dungeon, just the two of us going in." "Are you sure?" Fei Nan swallowed nervously. Shuyan smiled and said, "You dare to come to this dungeon at level 3. I thought you were very brave, but now you know you are afraid." Fei Nan nodded, then shook his head. "I just feel that there are so many evil monsters in there that even 20 team members may not be able to kill them." As the saying goes, 2 fists are hard to beat with 4 hands. You lead me, I'm afraid you will be tired. You have already completed the rookie level, and it will be very difficult to recruit team members. It's simple, everyone will definitely be willing to team up with you. Shu Yan stopped him with a smile, don't you lack experience? A team of 2 people will definitely gain more experience than a team of 20. That's true, but, let's go. The Dajinhu dungeon is a large novice dungeon that requires a fee to enter. I swiped the Jinhu 10 coupons on the sensor instrument, and the number of times was deducted once. The copy is open, did you notice that there seemed to be only 2 people who just entered the dungeon? It's just 2 people, can't do it. The Golden Lake dungeon is a large dungeon with 20 people, and it can only be entered by the novice stage. Even if you want to be led by a high-level life hunter, there are only 2 newcomers. Isn't it courting death to enter? I just noticed one of them, it seems. Shu Yan. Shu Yan. This name sounds familiar. You mean the star of Quancheng, Shu Yan. Isn't he already at the novice level? What is he doing here? You read that right. You read that right. My real body's exclusive soul skill is looking back, which can replay what happened within 3 minutes. I just confirmed during the replay that it is Shu Yan, the star of Quan City, Shu Yan. After getting the definite answer, people outside the copy immediately exploded. The full-level boss in the rookie stage has passed through the 007 tunnel alone, and also killed the double disaster, but after all, this dungeon is a large dungeon for 20 people. Now it's interesting. I don't know if he will die inside or if he will break the record of the 5 young masters of Zhong and Emin. Inside the dungeon, a heavy and oppressive aura pressed against his face. Looking at the terrifying evil monster walking back and forth not far away, Fei Nan was so nervous that his legs became weak. What should I do? There are so many evil monsters here that the number of evil monsters alone is not comparable to the 007 tunnel copy in Quancheng. Shu Yan thought for a moment and said, how about a homemade chicken stew? Fei Nan's eyes widened and he couldn't understand at all, what chicken stew? Shu Yan touched his stomach and said, I'm a little hungry. I heard that your local cannon can stew chicken. It's delicious. I want to try it. Fei Nan controlled the urge to curse. Is it time to stew chicken now? Damn, a monster has already set its sights on me. No, it's not just one, it's a group of them. They're coming. What should I do? Fei Nan was as anxious as an ant on a hot pot, and his teeth were chattering unconsciously. If he wasn't afraid of being laughed at by Shu Yan, he would have wanted to escape from the dungeon right now. But this kind of scene is child's play for Shu Yan, and Shu Yan's heart is completely unmoved. Boom. With a thought, Wanli Chengtu appeared, level 16 resurrection version. The broken knife in hand is higher than the body. Relying on the flag and the strong wind, the momentum remains undiminished. The pores all over his body spit out extremely rich fire energy. Every muscle is full of strength. Every inch of skin shines with an indestructible cold light. A single attribute exceeds 50,000. The total 4-dimensional attributes exceed 60,000. One chop, 240,000. Level 16 restored version. Still bursting. This appearance immediately frightened Fei Nan, but before he could make a sound, he heard the sound of fire. Wow! The fire flag on Wanli Chengtu's back lit up, and the rage started. The level 16 restored version of Burning with Fury has been increased by 16 times in power by its peerless talent. 1,600 meters in radius. 16 times more angry. It exudes an unusually strong aura of provocation. Fei Nan was stunned. Then I was dumbfounded. Then I was shocked. Damned. What to do? It turned out that it was just a group of monsters coming over, but now all the monsters that can be seen within sight are coming over. All the monsters are crazy. Like a colony of hungry ants suddenly seeing food. And he is that food. Roar, roar, damn it, run, Fei Nan shouted in a high voice. However, there are countless evil monsters in all directions. How to run? All the evil monsters visible within sight came from all directions with their mouths wide open. No matter how powerful Wanli Chengtu is, he only has one sword. His true identity, the Cannon Man, is not good at attacking with cannons, but stewed chicken with cannons. They are closer, closer. How to do? The huge pressure came like a tide, and Fei Nan was already almost out of breath under the pressure. At this moment, she couldn't even cry out. Roar! At this moment, a deafening roar sounded in the void. A huge hand, huge and twisted, like a demon's hand from the depths of hell, poked out of the void. Open black lens bracket eternal hell close black lens bracket is used quietly, with a radius of 830 meters being the range of activities of the bloody hand. But for these evil monsters, this 830-meter radius is hell. L. The natal soul skill is not affected by level, it is only related to willpower. With the increase of 830,000 willpower, Bloody Hand's strength is 83% higher than the original peak level. When we first saw this hand, it was unusually large, 5 meters square, but after an 83% increase, the Bloody Hand was now close to 10 meters square. Fei Nan's eyes almost popped out of his head. The big Bloody Hand was covered with a fiery red blood mark. He recognized it. It's Bloody Hands. The Bloody Hands of the doomed. Crazy. Hasn't Shui Hand been killed by Shu Yan? How come he appears here? Fei Nan wanted to scream and wanted Shu Yan to give an explanation, but the strong aura of Shui Hand made him unable to make a sound at all. The next moment, a circle of blood energy was seen rapidly spreading out with the palm print of the Bloody Hand as the center, forming a bloody field with a radius of 1 kilometer, covering all the evil monsters entering the scene. This is the bloody battlefield exclusive to Bloody Hands. In this area, the more evil monsters come in, the higher the Blood Hand's strength will increase. All the evil monsters in the scene were originally burning with anger, but they were bathed in boundless blood energy, 16 times the fire energy, and superimposed with the murderous intention of bloody battle, and they completely lost their minds. The fierce light in their eyes was raging. They only noticed Wanli Chengtu, who was on fire at position C. They didn't even notice the Bloody Hand hanging above their heads, which was getting bigger and bigger. Open the infinite hell, combine it with the burning anger to attract monsters, and then superimpose the bloody battlefield. The combat power can be imagined, and the Bloody Hand becomes huge. In front of the giant Bloody Hand, the besieging evil monsters really looked like a group of ants. The ant is close. Closer. Quote, it's just the right time. Catch them all. With a thought from Shu Yan, Shui Hand received the message and immediately took action. Hands as big as mountains. Instantly covering all the surrounding monsters. Falling in the sky, it's like Mount Tai pressing down on the top. Call. The sound of howling through the air resounded in my ears. Everything at your fingertips. All will be shattered. Boom. L. There was a loud bang. The terrifying movement startled Fei Nan. Experience increases rapidly, and various prompts come to you in droves. Upgraded golden light continued to explode on his body. Almost in the blink of an eye, Fei Nan's level broke through level 4, level 5, level 6, and level 7. Numb. Fei Nan's whole body was numb. A numbing sensation spread from his heels to Tianlingai, and his whole body was trembling as if he had been electrocuted. A slap from the Bloody Hand directly gave out 100,000 plus experience points. Are you sure this is a copy? Make a large copy. Isn't the boss just playing house? Fei Nan was deeply shocked and unable to extricate himself. Although a monster only has 1 or 200 experience points, a slap from the Bloody Hand can kill hundreds or even thousands of evil monsters at once. The speed of the experience increase can scare people to death. 100,000 plus. I was upgraded from level 3 to level 7 in one breath. Fei Nan's mood was exciting, but also a little complicated. His true body is a level 3, Earth Cannon, which Mao has no use for. The battle is over before he can even possess it. If the Golden Lake Dungeon didn't require a team of at least 2 people to enter, Xu Yangquan could have done it alone. That way there is no need to divide oneself in terms of experience. Well, wrong. Xu Yan is already a level 16 newcomer and cannot gain experience. The other half's 100,000 plus experience points were simply gone. Pity. What a waste. Copies with level restrictions will automatically recognize the level of the real body, and those who exceed it will be turned away. There is one exception. That is to enter the Guard Department of Junquan Division and get the Tiger Talisman of the Guard Department. Then, like the principal group of Quan City, you can enter the novice copy, to save people. But only to save people. Xu Yan is not from the Ministry of Protection and does not have that prop. And his real level has exceeded the limit. If he wants to enter the novice copy, he must switch back to the level 16 recovery state, otherwise he will not be able to enter. The Golden Lake Dungeon is a special newcomer dungeon. The experience earned by team members is equally divided regardless of their level or output. After this round, Xu Yan also gained 100,000 plus experience points. In addition, he also made an unexpected discovery. Although the two teamed up and Fei Nan got half of the experience, he received all the energy recovered by the dead souls. The energy recovered by the dead soul is 200,000 plus. Taken together, the total experience gained from this slap of the bloody hand is 300,000 plus. The price-performance ratio is very high, and it is as good as killing a doomed one. Xu Yan is also numb. What an unexpected surprise. Fei Nan was greatly shocked. If he hadn't seen it with his own eyes, he would never have believed what he saw. Looking at the huge hand in the field, he hesitated and asked, Is it really a bloody hand? Yeah, Xu Yan nodded. But wasn't it killed by you? The guild has already announced it, so how could it not die? Resurrected. Fei Nan was stunned. Resurrection. It is not that Fei Nan cannot understand the concept of resurrection. Just like a copy is reset, the evil monsters inside will be refreshed. This is a resurrection, in a sense. The same goes for the doomed ones. They escape from the underworld and come to the real world. Their strength is sealed and they cannot continue to upgrade. After being killed, their souls return to the underworld, and then wait for a certain number of years before they reappear in the real world. This is the resurrection of the doomed one. The misfortunes are soul monsters that have been embodied by the special energy originating from the underworld. They are not flesh and blood lives in the ordinary sense. They live and die according to the rules of the underworld. Close black lens bracket. This is the original sentence in the textbook, the origin of the misfortune. Misfortune exists in the real world, and there are different levels according to years. It is divided into 10 years of misfortune, 100 years of misfortune, 1,000-year misfortune, and 10,000 years of misfortune. The so-called years are the time it takes for the unfortunate to return to the underworld after being killed, and then return to the real world. 10 years of misfortune returns 10 years after killing. Close black lens bracket. The 100 years of misfortune returns 100 years after killing. Close black lens bracket. 1,000-year-old returns 1,000 years after killing. Close black lens bracket. The 10,000 years of misfortune returns 10,000 years after being killed. Close black lens bracket. Usually, the years of the unfortunate is linked to the strength. Some people converted the years of the misfortune into the fate of the fate hunter, which was later widely accepted. The strength and status of those who have been in trouble for 10 years range from hero to general. The strength and status of the 100-year-old misfortune is equivalent to between king and destiny. The 12 major disasters in the Quancheng Fate Hunting District are all century-old disasters, and the Blood Hand, the leader of the 12 disasters, is as good as the destiny of the human race. As for the levels of 1,000 years of misfortune and 10,000 years of misfortune, they are very rare and can only be encountered on the Nine Tombs battlefield. Legend has it that their level is very high, and their strength far exceeds the destiny. Even the top destiny masters in the human race will most likely die when they encounter them. Fei Nan put his thoughts back. He couldn't understand how the bloody hand could come back to life. As a centennial misfortune, doesn't it take 100 years for Bloody Hand to be resurrected after being killed? Not only was it resurrected, but it also directly attacked the evil monster after it came out. But isn't it the same wave as the underworld evil monster? Fei Nan's questions were like a barrage of questions, and his eyes were filled with a strong desire for knowledge. Seeing Fei Nan's confused face, Xu Yan didn't know where to start. Or you can understand it this way, I can summon the Huang Quanshu who was killed by me. Call. Suddenly thinking of something, Fei Nan's pupils suddenly trembled. I know, special fates have special talents. This must be the special talent of your Return of the Dead fate. Xu Yan nodded and said, that's understandable. Fei Nan's eyes widened, it's really true. He swallowed and continued. I don't know what the official rating will be for this talent of yours, but personally, I think your talent is very powerful, not inferior to those of the destined ones in the name book. Your top talent, One slap gives me 100,000 plus experience. I absolutely love your talent. But I don't recommend that your talent be exposed so quickly. You should hide it first and wait until the big exam of the Hunting God Pavilion to reveal it. You will be able to catch people by surprise, and you might be able to get the top prize. Shu Yan waved his hand and signaled Fei Nan to calm down. The number 1 scholar is just a false name. Only the improvement of experience level is the most real thing. The copy is not completed yet. It seems there is still something missing. What's missing? The final boss. According to the guide, the ultimate boss of the Golden Lake Dungeon is the golden-haired Lizard King. Burning with rage did not attract the golden-haired Lizard King. Shu Yan guessed there were 2 reasons. One is that the distance is too far, exceeding the limit of firepower by 1,600 meters. Another situation is that golden-haired Lizard King's talent restraint is burning with rage. With a thought, the command panel popped up. Enter, Golden Lake Strategy, and the page jumped to the boss introduction. Golden-haired Lizard King, leader level monster. 5 elements, water, open black lens bracket level, 16 close black lens bracket. Talent, Liziching relieves abnormal conditions, such as poisoning, confusion, anger, etc. Omitted, Shu Yanana said to herself. The talent Liziching is quite interesting, no wonder he doesn't like anger. Fei Nan also came over, but his focus was different. Fei Nan's eyes almost popped out when he noticed that golden-haired Lizard King's total 4-dimensional attributes exceeded 30,000. According to the conventional fate attribute comparison table, with his Cao Meng fate, even if he reaches the novice level 16, his total 4-dimensional attributes will only be worth 4,000. And now the total attributes at level 7 are less than 400. 400 vs 30,000, what the hell is he, a level 7 rustic? According to the recommendations of the strategy, the minimum requirements for passing Jinhu are as follows: a team of 20 people, an average life of a hero, an average level of 12, and a general to lead the team. This configuration is easier said than done. You must know that reaching level 8 in 1 week can be recommended to the logistics department of Zhengquan Division. Reaching level 12 in 1 week is something that only top geniuses or wealthy families who consume huge amounts of resources can do. And now it is only the 4th day of the novice period. It is basically impossible to form a team of 20 people with average heroic life, and they are still level 12, and have a general to lead the team. On the 4th day of the novice period, the average median level was only 6 to 7. Everyone who entered the Jinhu dungeon would never dare to think about clearing the level. They would only think about clearing as many mobs as they could, and then quit halfway. Only with a luxurious configuration like Zhang Min's 5th young master might he dare to take the initiative of golden-haired Lizard King. Seeing that golden-haired Lizard King's total 4-dimensional attributes exceeded 30,000, Fei Nan reflexively wanted to quit. Of course, this was not someone he could covet with a total attribute of 400. But then I thought about it. No, what am I afraid of? Thinking of the previous performance of Bloody Hands, I also thought that Shu Yan was also a full-level boss at level 16. Fei Nan immediately became energetic again. Even if it is a pendant, it is still a pendant hanging on my super thigh. Who is afraid of whom? Life has never been so tough. Suddenly, his nostrils were turned upward, he was full of energy, and he began to analyze Golden Lake strategy in a matter-of-fact manner. The golden-haired Lizard King's status is somewhere between a general and a king. Its main ability is related to water. It can move freely through the water without being hindered by the current, and can capture prey quickly. Its claws and teeth also have water properties. When it bites, it releases strong water pressure, which can repel the enemy or even drown it. Before Fei Nan could finish his analysis, he heard the sound of breaking wind. When he looked up, he saw a special point of fire flying forward quickly like an arrow, pulling out a terrifying line of fire along the way. The next moment, he saw a huge lizard-headed monster being pulled over by the line of fire. What's going on? Fei Nan's eyes almost fell to the ground. It has a huge lizard head, about 10 meters long, covered with unique golden hair scales, its eyes are deep and blue, its claws and teeth are transparent gold, and there is a pair of wide fins with golden hair on its back. Things. Who else could it be? Fei Nan was shocked and said, "Golden-haired Lizard King. Isn't the golden-haired Lizard King in the Golden Lake?" Why did you get trolled? The end of the Golden Lake dungeon is the Great Golden Lake. There is a lair at the bottom of the lake, which is the base camp of the golden-haired Lizard King. The most difficult part of clearing the Golden Lake dungeon is entering the water. The golden-haired Lizard King's 5 elements belong to water, and he is like God's help in the water. Entering the water for the life hunter is seeking death. Unexpectedly, the golden-haired Lizard King was caught directly. This operation is simply 666. But it is still 1,000 meters away from Dajan Lake, and Jinhu Lake is 200 meters deep. How did you get fished all the way here? In fact, it is not difficult to explain. This is a variation of the wrathful sky cutting. It releases a fire sensor with a radius of 1,600 meters, senses the shivering golden lizard king at the bottom of the Golden Lake, and then launches a fishhook line. Caught it directly. The evil monsters in the hunting area will be afraid when they see bloody hands. The Golden Lizard King is no exception. But before the golden-haired Lizard King could face the bloody hand boss, Wanli Chengtu's level 16 recycled version of the 6.97-meter broken knife had already chopped off its head. The speed of the knife was so fast that his eyes couldn't keep up, until there was a bang, and Fei Nan's pupils trembled when he saw the golden-haired Lizard King's head fall to the ground. Hold a big straw. Kill the golden-haired Lizard King. Experience plus 20,000 divided into teams. Recover dead soul energy plus 40,000. At the same time as the prompt appeared, Shu Yan heard Fei Nan's voice. It's level 8, I'm level 8. At this time, another reminder came. The boss of the Jinhu dungeon has been killed, the evil monsters of the Jinhu dungeon have been cleared, and the Jinhu dungeon has been cleared perfectly. Close black lens bracket. Transmission is now enabled. Close black lens bracket. After 1 minute, the copy will be sent out. Close black lens bracket. At the same time that Shu Yan successfully killed the golden-haired Lizard King, a bell rang outside the dungeon. 3 blasts in a row. Everyone knows what this means. It means someone created a new copy record. For a moment, no one shouted outside the dungeon, and everyone looked up at the entrance of the dungeon. Soon, a bright golden light pillar rose at the entrance of the copy. Seeing this beam of light, everyone was shocked beyond words. The birth of a golden light pillar outside the Dajan Lake dungeon is not only as simple as setting a record, but also represents a perfect pass. It means breaking the customs clearance time record. It means that all evil monsters are cleared. It means killing the boss golden-haired Lizard King. It means gaining full experience. Then bathe in the golden light and teleport out the copy. At this moment, all the eyes in the audience were fixed on the figure reflected by the golden light beam without blinking. The light beam showed the identity of the figure, the level of their first dungeon, and a brand new record. Quancheng No. 1 Middle School, fresh graduate Shu Yan, Special Fate Hunter, level 16. Quancheng No. 1 Middle School, fresh graduate Fei Nan, Saomeng Fate Hunter, level 3. Complete the level perfectly, it takes 9 minutes. Close black lens bracket. New record. 0 hours 9 minutes and 0 seconds. There were hundreds of pairs of eyes in the audience, and no one dared to believe the new record. There were constant sounds of swallowing saliva. Someone pointed at the new record on the light screen with an expression of disbelief. Is it possible? I can't believe it even to death. Zhang Min's 5 young masters formed a team. Zhang Min's 5 most talented people are all kings in the team. Their average level is 14. The record they set in the morning was broken in the afternoon. Forget about breaking the record, this new record is too exaggerated. The record of 5th young master Zhang Min is 59 minutes and 32 seconds. This new record is 9 minutes. Awesome, only 2 people. There is also a level 3 pure pendant. Perfect pass. Broken record. And he raised the record to such a level that it will never be seen again. How shocking. Everyone's hearts seemed to explode. The Star of Quancheng is indeed the Star of Quancheng. The customs clearance record crushes the 5th son of Zhang and Min. And it's crushing him to death. It's going to be against the sky. Shu Yan was surrounded by a group of people, and the corners of his mouth twitched slightly. He looked up and saw the new record he had set, and understood what was going on. At this moment, a series of reminders sounded in his mind. Create a new dungeon record and open up the reputation of the members of the Life Hunter Guild Greater Sha region. Close black lens bracket. Assessing record difficulty. Assessment completed. New record rating, S+. According to the participants' copy contribution, reputation rewards will be settled. You take the lead and gain reputation, plus 1,000. You take the lead and earn points, plus 1,000. Shu Yan was stunned for a moment. He had never heard that setting a dungeon record could be rewarded with reputation and points. But he soon understood. It's not that there are no rewards for new records, but only by entering the dungeon through official tickets can the dungeon record be anchored by the Mingyu system, and only if the new record is rated S+, can rewards be obtained. The previous record was 59 minutes, and he pushed the record fully to 9 minutes. Oh my god, the system rewarded me with reputation and points. Fei Nan's explosive voice suddenly sounded in his ears. Fei Nan was really shocked. No, shocked. My dungeon contribution ranks second, and I will be rewarded with 1 reputation and 1 point. Thank you, my god, I'm so excited. Shu Yan. Seeing that Fei Nan was so excited, Shu Yan also began to take stock of his income. After one game, you can get 120,000 experience and 240,000 undead energy, which is 360,000 experience in total. Brushing 10 games in a row will give you 3.6 million experience points. After that, go to the life hunting area of Quancheng to gain some sporadic experience, and you should be able to reach level 20 before the big exam. The level 20 real body will have 1 more soul skill slot, and if you configure the Wangquan soul skill, you will have completed the mission you set before the big exam in the Hunting God Pavilion. Shu Yan only now knows how good Jinhu 10 coupons is. It's not just free copies. Although the upper limit of each person in the Golden Lake Dungeon can be refreshed 10 times, the cooling time of the Golden Lake Dungeon is as high as 168 hours, a full 7 days. To refresh it 10 times, you have to wait 1680 hours for the cooldown time alone. This does not include the time spent brushing copies. The day lilies are cold. However, the 10 Golden Lake coupons is a special official reward for the Quancheng Star. It has a special secret method that can greatly reduce the cooling time of the Golden Lake copy. Use this ticket to enter the Golden Lake instance. After completing the level perfectly, Shu Yan found that the cooling time of the Golden Lake instance was directly shortened from 168 hours to 30 minutes. Natural Soul Skill. Infinite Hell cooling time, 56 minutes. The title, Star of Spring City, is in effect, and the skill cooling time is reduced by 50%. Current Soul Skill. Infinite Hell, cooling time remaining, 28 minutes. Close black lens bracket. The dungeon is held once every 30 minutes, and the cooldown period of Eternal Hell has expired at that time. I never expected that it would reach level 8 all of a sudden. It's like cheating. Fei Nan was still deep in excitement. He pulled Shu Yan up with an attentive look on his face. My Yan, thank you for coming to take me here. You have worked hard and need to make up for it. Now I will go back and make you the freshest one. Stewed chicken with local cannon. Go back, Shu Yan suddenly said. Don't leave in a hurry, we still have to prepare. Prepare. Fei Nan was in a trance for a moment, then patted his head. Ah, yes, you have to prepare. To stew chicken with local cannons, you have to buy a chicken first. Shu Yan sighed helplessly. I mean, we will enter the Golden Lake dungeon again in half an hour. Will you enter the copy again after half an hour? Fei Nan was confused. Isn't the cooldown time of the Golden Lake copy 168 hours? It's okay to make a local chicken stew in half an hour. Seeing the confusion in Fei Nan's eyes, Shu Yan raised the 10 swipe coupon in his hand and explained, this coupon is an official reward. We just used this coupon to enter. After completing the level perfectly, the Jinhu dungeon only needs to cool down for half an hour. So in half an hour, we can go in again. We used it once before and there are still 9 left. Fei Nan nodded. That's it. Why don't you cook the local cannon stewed chicken first? Don't do it yet. Okay. Fei Nan calculated with his fingers. I can get 120,000 experience points in one copy. If I complete the remaining 9 times, I can still get. After finishing the calculation, Fei Nan was suddenly surprised. There is still 1.08 million experience points recorded. With 1 million experience, you can break through the experience level in one fell swoop and reach level 10. When you reach level 10, you will have the opportunity to pass the big exam and enter the Preparatory Academy of Zhengquan Division. Maybe after further studies in the preparatory academy, you can get a promotion and a salary increase and transfer to the Hunting God Pavilion. Fei Nan's eyes were bright, and he became more and more excited as he spoke. But suddenly, the light in his eyes restrained. Level 8, actually I think it's pretty good. Level 8 in 4 days, not to mention in Quancheng, even in the whole of Zhongmin, is absolutely rare. I'm very satisfied, really satisfied, so first of all stop here. Level 8. What kind of rarity? Xu Yan was speechless to expose him. Do you feel that your willpower is not enough, and you are afraid that you will lose control if you upgrade? Fei Nan laughed. How is that possible? Let's just say that if it were upgraded to 4 levels in a row, if it were anyone else, it would definitely float. I'm afraid I'm drifting. Seeing Xu Yan's scrutinizing eyes, Fei Nan sighed. Okay, I admit, my willpower is only 100 points. According to the Sao Mang Destiny Will reference table, 100 points of will can only support Sao Mang until level 8 without losing control. If I upgrade rashly, Old Tang will definitely be very disappointed with me. Xu Yan nodded. As expected of a student of Quancheng number 1 middle school, he was very self-disciplined. Your current status is waiting for upgrade, so how much willpower do you need to upgrade to the next level? Fei Nan thought for a while, and then said, different fates have different requirements for willpower, and the true body's character must also be taken into consideration. The true body with a negative personality will definitely need more willpower than the normal one, while the gentle type can be slightly reduces the need for willpower. Strictly speaking, my real body, the Canon Man, has a rather sullen nature. Fei Nan counted on his fingers. Actually, I've done the math. 300 points of willpower is the minimum standard to support my Sao Mang avatar from losing control at level 10. If I can reach 400 points of willpower, it will undoubtedly be the safest. 400 points of will. Xu Yan thought thoughtfully. Fei Nan continued. The good news is that now my real body has reached level 8, and I can use the level 8 synchronous breathing method taught by Lao Tang. Using the breathing method will speed up my will cultivation much faster than before. In less than a week, you should be able to reach 300 points of will, and then you won't have the psychological burden of losing control when you refresh this dungeon again. Hey, there's a chicken seller there. I'll go buy one first, and I'll stew it for you when I get back. The Jinhu dungeon is one of the must-play dungeons for beginners in Zhongmin province. It has a lot of traffic and is as lively as ever. This also caused many craftsmen to set up stalls outside the Jinhu dungeon. Some craftsmen who had awakened farmers, butchers, or Orions would come to sell some agricultural products, or poultry, among which Fei Nan wanted chicken. While Fei Nan went to pick chickens, Xu Yan quietly opened the Ming Yamen service. Enter the online equipment trading hall. The 3 pieces of black bronze equipment that were previously consigned have been sold. The system gave them a base price of 30,000, but the actual auction price was 220,000. Some messy materials were also sold, plus the previous gold coin rewards. There are now a total of 380,000 gold coins on hand. Belongs to the level of Xiaofu. A set of suits in the equipment trading hall caught his eye. 3-piece earth cannon set. Cannon gloves. Strength plus 100. Close black lens bracket. Earth cannon headgear. Constitution plus 100. Close black lens bracket. Cannon shoe covers. Agility plus 100. Close black lens bracket. Set effect. Increase the body's will by 1000 points. Set level. Silver level. Requirements for wearing the suit. Only for the wild grass, can be worn at level 8. Set price. 120,000. The current consignment price adjustment is the 18th, and the price has dropped by 4.88 million from the highest price in history. The price has dropped by 4.88 million from the highest price in history. Doesn't that mean the original price was 5 million? The 3-piece earth cannon set alone will definitely not meet the silver level standard, but when the 3 pieces are put together, the set effect can be activated and the body's willpower will be increased by 1000. It immediately turned around, making it soar to the silver level. After all, equipment that can enhance the body's will is very rare. 3-piece earth cannon set can be upgraded to 1000 points of willpower, and it can be worn at level 8 in the novice stage, which means that the upgrade weight is ignored during the leveling stage. Equipment that can increase willpower in the novice stage and ignore the upgrade weight is a sky-high price recognized by the market. And it's priceless. 5 million is not too much. But why has the price of this 3-piece Earth Cannon set been reduced 18 times, down to 120,000 now, and no one is interested? Xu Yan soon found out the reason. That is the wearing requirement for use only in the wild grasslands. Sao Mang is a low-level destiny, and it is difficult for low-level destiny to awaken the 5 elements. Xu Yan once entered the database of the Mingya system to check, and found that among the newcomers in the entire Jiangmen province, there was only one Sao Mang. 3-piece Earth Cannon set has dropped from 5 million to 120,000, which is almost the same as cabbage price. It is not possible to disassemble the 3-piece set and sell it individually, because the single-piece set can only be used by 2 Cao Mang. If it can't be sold anymore, it can only be broken down into materials and sold. 120,000. Xu Yan bought it without hesitation. Money is something external to the body. Once it is gone, it can be earned again. Don't panic if you have plenty of food in hand. After paying 120,000 gold coins online, a prompt sounded. Ding! The application for storage of the 3-piece Earth Cannon set is from the blacksmithing flagship store. Please check. Close black lens bracket. Check and have put it into storage. Close black lens bracket, comma. Yan, I bought my chicken, and I'll stew it for you now. Don't worry, I'll give this to you. With a thought, 3-piece Earth Cannon set appeared in Xu Yan's hand. What's this? The 3-piece Earth Cannon suit is tailor-made for you. Try it on. After the suit was assembled, Fei Nan's body emitted a faint silver light, which attracted the attention of everyone else outside the dungeon. This is the light of the suit. Someone has collected the suit. Silver white light, it can't be a silver-level suit. A rich man. Everyone looked at Fei Nan's expression, full of envy. You must know that the lowest silver suit starts at least 5 million. Quancheng Star has become well-known, and everyone is constantly exclamating, but no one dares to enter Xu Yan's rest area at will, and can only watch from a distance. The seating area is isolated from the noise of the crowd. How do you feel? Xu Yan asked. It feels. Fei Nan took out a mirror from the storage space and looked at it, very handsome. Xu Yan, I mean, have you noticed any changes in the attributes? Attribute changes. Fei Nan called up his attribute panel. The strength is increased by 100. Physique increased by 100. Agility has also been increased by 100. Fei Nan exclaimed. I'll go, it's so awesome. I thought I was a dignified level 8 person with a basic 4-dimensional level of over 600. I didn't expect these 3 pieces of equipment to directly add another 300 attributes to me. It's too exaggerated. This 3-piece suit must be very expensive. My lord, are you really sure you want to give it to me? Yes, I'll give it to you. I told you that this 3-piece suit belongs to you. Xu Yan paused and said, let's see if there are any other improvements. Other promotions. 2 seconds later. FK, FK, FK. Fei Nan jumped up in shock. My willpower is 1100 points, which is 1000 points more than before. He belatedly said, the effect of the suit is to increase the body's will by 1000 points. Oh my god, my god, my god, what's wrong? I can't repay you, but I want to pledge myself to you. No need, comma, can I download the copy now? Ha 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 ha, 1100 willpower points are enough for me to reach the full level 16 of the rookie stage. The boss will take me to fly, hurry up, hurry up. 8 minutes and 45 seconds later, the golden-haired lizard king fell to the ground unwillingly. Kill the golden-haired lizard king, experience plus 20,000 divided into teams. Recover dead soul energy plus 40,000. At the same time that Xu Yan successfully killed the golden-haired lizard king, a bell rang outside the dungeon. Someone has set a record again. Everyone stamped their feet and looked at the golden light pillar. New record. 0 hours 8 minutes and 45 seconds. Oh my god, it's them again. The crowd exploded. Xu Yan said he was very calm, and a familiar reminder sounded in his mind. Create a new copy record. Assessing record difficulty. Assessment completed. New record rating, S+. According to the participants' copy contribution, reputation rewards will be settled. You take the lead and gain reputation, plus 1000. You take the lead and earn points, plus 1000. Xu Yan deliberately pushed the new record closer to 15 seconds. Unexpectedly, he was still rewarded with reputation and points. This is fine. Very okay. Various exclamations came from the surroundings. Fei Nan, who was standing next to Xu Yan, felt that he was particularly strong. The three-piece suit on his body was shining with silver, which was simply the highlight of his life. It takes half an hour for the copy to cool down, just enough time to stew a chicken. A bowl of chicken soup goes into my belly. The third copy begins. The golden-haired lizard king, who was fished over by Wanli Chengtu, had confusion in his eyes. If you want to kill, kill, if you want to cut, then cut. But, what the hell is this? Pick the time and start again at 8 minutes and 30 seconds. Yeah, don't worry, I'm counting the time. Golden-haired lizard king. I would really appreciate it. Time up. 1,000-mile slaughter. The lizard's head fell to the ground. Looking at the somewhat stubborn golden-haired lizard king, Xu Yan sighed lightly. I won't come again if I come back 7 times. New record. 0 hours 8 minutes and 30 seconds. According to the participants' copy contribution, reputation rewards will be settled. You take the lead and gain reputation, plus 1000. You take the lead and earn points, plus 1000. Hello, I'm here again. Thanks for watching, please like and subscribe.